Good morning, everyone! Welcome to Starr Mazer TV. I'm Austin Montville. I'm the game developer on Starr Mazer. This is...
I'm Vanessa Williams. I am the lead writer on Starr Mazer, and I'm also the director of Starr Mazer Television, which you are on right now. Hello! Welcome! Please write in the box if you see us and you hear us speaking. There we go.
Alright, we can see you, because we are actually just doing the stream to 0 people.
We were doing the stream, but we did not realize that, so let's go ahead and introduce this man.
Hi, I'm Kazuo. I am the lead screw-up. Funny story.
Responsibility.
Funny story. I had a test account logged in on our streaming
Super
server,
secret test account.
so I could constantly test all this stuff and make sure the 24-hour stream was going to go off without a hitch, and without realizing it, we started
Mr.
broadcasting it.
Reeves. I think I know who that is.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
for following.
We started broadcasting to this secret account, and we started going off, and
Yes.
my bad.
we
So now we're
thought-
online.
We thought perhaps we were live, and we were very enthusiastic, but
So-
it was to an audience of 0.
That's how indie this show is. It is the most indie.
It was like the
Broadcasting to 0 people.
oh yeah, it was like the
Never
first
heard.
ever David Bowie concert, the first ever Prince concert. Like, only 2 people are gonna be like, I was there, I saw it.
Yep. So yeah, someone in this stream, I bet someone already knew about it. They were reversed. They were going up the wire and everything, checking it out. They knew about the stream. They were actually watching it
Oh, yeah.
yesterday.
They were right there. Hello,
Jerp
Jerp
Does Games.
Games.
Welcome. Thank you for the follow.
I have messaged you, and it sounds like maybe you received my messages. Obviously, you did.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for joining us on the stream.
Wait a second. We have a new person here.
What?
Who is this person?
Who's this guy?
Hi, I'm Alex Swan. I'm a supporter of Starr Mazer.
No.
No,
He's not just a supporter of
Back it
Starr
up.
Mazer.
like
This guy, this is the first one. He got it. He clicked on it. He was there. And I want to hear.
-0
Negative
day
0
backer.
backer.
He was our
He is the
very
most
first-
0 of 0 day backers.
Very first backer out of all the lists of 4,005, almost, how many are we at? 4,609 backers. He was number 1, and we got him here on the show. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, did I already have you do that?
Yes, that is my name. And yeah, so we can talk about
I wanna
the whole
talk
supporting of all of that.
So yeah, take us back
Music hat.
to January something, not a long time ago, but it was actually like 29 days ago. It's the morning.
Yes.
It's like 9:30 a.m. What's going on? What's happening?
You're pre-gaming.
Yeah, just getting that Starr Mazer feed, blasting
So I
those
woke up.
beats.
I'm pretty sure I had an alarm to make sure. I had been preparing for this since I had the Starr Mazer notifications, the reminders, multiple times a day for the last week. So I was ready.
Oh yeah, you knew it.
Yeah.
You were aware. You set your alarm. You set your second alarm. You set your third alarm.
Got my alarms going. Yeah, so I set myself up on my computer. This is true. I opened up another window with the actual time to make sure that I knew when the second that it started was. Open up Kickstarter, had my Twitter feed to make sure that if someone had a link faster, then I would have that way. But yeah, time switched over. I went into the search and waited for the Kickstarter cache to set up so that I could
Oh.
get into the page, which looked really nice.
Huh.
So yeah, and then had to figure out how much I'd support. I hadn't decided how much I would support by that point. So I went through
Shoot
the
from the
rewards
hip.
really quick. Yeah, I figured out what was a good setup for all of that. I found out the early bird backer rewards, so I was all for that.
I mean, you were the earliest of birds.
Mhm.
You know, the early birds were still waking up when you were there.
You
Yep.
knew you wanted to be there, and our
I had
first
a
day-
month to support, and had to make sure to do it right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like to wait till the end because I don't know, but you can make a decision early and then you can adjust that decision.
And obviously, your decision-taking process didn't take long. You saw your prize. You
Figured out
knew
what I
it was-
had. I
you
hit
knew
a
it was right
snag.
there.
I was worried about becoming the first
Oh.
because I had supported Kickstarters before,
Uh-huh.
but my credit card information was outdated.
Oh.
So it wasn't there. I was all set, but I had to go back up and get my wallet to get my credit card.
What?
So you had enough time to look through the rewards, make a decision on what you want to back, also run up and get your credit card information, come back and enter it in, and
Yep.
you were still number one.
Typing it out. Yep.
Man, what were you all doing?
I know, we got
Like an eon in internet time.
I think we got
I know.
something like
These
12.
people were like throwing up with nervousness.
Yeah, oh, that's what it was.
First
They were
30 seconds.
debilitated.
Help it.
Yeah.
The pressure
They're like,
got to
it's
them.
over.
Just narfing everywhere. Just now they gotta clean up the mess.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You being
Theo, make it out here.
our first ever backer. It's incredible. That means you're
And
getting
the
that
first
0-day poster.
upper.
The first upper, too?
Yeah,
Oh,
The
man.
first
I
one
don't-
up the pledge.
I am not confirmed on that, but I haven't heard anyone else say. Yeah, I also upped by $1.69.
Oh, yes, yes. I saw that. This guy.
That's very classy. I have to admit, that's incredible. And I know that. So yes, you will notice right now we are missing one person, and that is Mr. Don Thacker. He's still finishing his hairdo. That thing doesn't just stand up on its own. So I know that he's going to want to come out here and personally congratulate you. Oh, I love that people are figuring out what number they were.
Oh, man.
I didn't
Oh,
know
wow,
you could do
everyone
that.
knows their number. You know it? Okay, I didn't know you knew your number.
Oh yeah, I've got the screenshot that says you are the first backer.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
On the confirmation page, usually it's like, here's other people that did that. But
Yeah.
So you knew
there's nobody else.
straight
So it was just
away.
me, just a picture of me.
So you weren't surprised when Don contacted you and said you have to come on the show.
Yeah.
You knew that day was coming.
you set it up.
Yeah, it was set. It was preordained.
Oh, man, it's cool to see everyone's numbers.
Yeah. So no matter when you guys donated, we wanted to say thank you so much. As you know, we did hit our goal. We're incredibly pleased, incredibly
you.
proud. Mad Hearts.
Hearts.
Mad Hearts. And who is here to give
Another
you
one to give a
a
heart.
heart? Oh man, an
Yeah.
explosive
The best heart.
Morning, Don.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late. As I was telling everybody in the IRC channel, because we do have an IRC channel. If you guys are in
I saw
our
that.
IRC channel,
Signed up yet.
that's sad because it's an active and wonderful group. I was telling everybody I was in the shower washing my junk. And my junk smells amazing.
Just update us.
Yeah.
I can smell a good aroma coming from
Washing
Yeah.
his junk at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was doing.
trip time.
I was IRCing and washing junk. It was pretty great.
It is amazing the things that this man can do in the shower. I've gotten lots of updates.
Yeah.
And he's just cleaned his body.
Yep.
Yep.
It's pretty
Good
incredible.
body.
It's pretty incredible. Now, we've got an incredible show ahead for you guys.
24 hours. 23 and a half more hours
Mind blowing, baffling. Holy crap.
of non-stop amazing. Just
Non-stop
straight
us.
amazing.
Yeah.
We started you with junk. We're only going up from there.
Yeah, that is the low point, junk. And it's just, and look at it, it's so high. It's so high out there.
So you guys saw Austin's awesome schedule that he put out. I'm sure that we will be tweeting about it throughout the day as well.
Is this guys on our
Kazu.
Twitch channel?
No, where's that graphic?
It is in the Dropbox thing.
I will get it.
Go get
Yes.
it. Put it on there. I just told the guy that it's on there, so you gotta go put it on there.
Put it on.
Okay.
We're gonna get that on the feed, so when you scroll down, you'll see all the details all the time.
We got all
It is
kinds
in the
of.
Kickstarter images folder.
And you'll notice that our video quality is a little bit less today. Huge apologies for that. We did have to go full webcam because we double, if not triple, computered it for this particular show. We have quite the setup to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and that unfortunately it doesn't support our nice 4K camera. So hopefully you will forgive us for that.
Yeah, this is the most intense, most like ridiculous production that has gone on that I know of. These people making films have probably done things a little more complicated.
This is
but-
not super complicated, but it's super complicated for my apartment.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And
there you
we
go.
might be adjusting the camera throughout the day. So
I want to take a moment to
guys.
congratulate Jim Lau for increasing your pledge. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I really appreciate that. We all really appreciate
And I have to
that.
say, we are not done looking for funding yet. We have stretch goals, and those stretch goals are extremely important, especially our first stretch goal, which is the 180K tier. That gets us all those musical guests and musical composers that
Yeah.
we have been
Manami
talking about.
Matsumai, the Proto Men, A-Rival, Saberpulse, C-Trix, Vince DiCola,
Vince
Keiji
DeCola.
Makeup
Yamagishi,
and vanity. set.
Makeup and Vanity. So I could
We could go for
it would
We
take
can
me
go.
24 hours to say all the names.
I think we figured out that it's about 4 cassettes worth of talents. So we
back to back. Just
Play 'em
tweet
all.
this out.
yeah, so we want to please spread the word. Please don't stop tweeting about us. Please hang out in the chat with us. Tell people.
We have less than 7K to get that.
Yes,
Less
we,
than.
We're gonna
we
make
can
it
It's
do
happen.
it.
amazing.
We can do it. I have total faith that we can do this and to keep on going. So we're going to be here with you guys for the next 24 hours, hanging out, trying to help ring in those final hours for our Kickstarter campaign. So
We've got a question, and I'm going to ask it because
Yes.
this is from, if I think I have it, Ian Odea. Because you followed me, and I saw that there was Ian and then your last name. I hope it's Odea, it might be Odea. But either way, now I know how to pronounce your name. And you're asking Don. You mean your apartment isn't built inside a soundstage? You can't just pull the walls out and get nice angles?
No, unfortunately, we do have a soundstage. We just don't live there. So yeah, this is my apartment that you see here. It actually, from your angle, looks really effing cool. From all other angles, looks like a big mess right now because it's all supporting this shot.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
we have
everything.
lights in the corners. We've got cameras,
Yes.
equipment,
Cats
cats
everywhere.
It's an ocean of cats.
No,
it's
shit,
ocean
yeah.
cats. It's like little shark kitties that just go round and round, and you guys might be able to see them. Well, like I said, we'll probably adjust the shot a little bit throughout the day as you. Hopefully, you guys will be patient with us on that. I also wanted to say hello and congratulations to Brian Lewis. Brian Lewis is going to be employed. You're going to know him as the voice of Mr. Brick
and Stonewood. Yeah,
the
that's very
M
cool.
stands for metal.
Yeah.
So we love you, Brian, so much. I'm so excited. I'm like, this is incredible. Our dreams are coming true. We can make your dream come true and actually make this incredible game that you guys all want. It's fantastic.
All of the dreams.
I saw a question earlier. Oh yeah, from Curse7781. Any chance you will set up a PayPal option?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, we've got a guy working on it right now. Austin's going to step away and take a phone call at some point, but we have a web guy kind of standing by. So as
We
soon as
have,
we get approval,
Yeah, we have a humbling experience we want to give you
a
guys.
humbling experience. We'd like to humbly present to you an option for payment at some point.
Wow, guys.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Wow.
So we have some really cool special guests today. Lots of them. Manami Matsuma is going to be a guest today on the show in live, like real. She's going to have an
Like
interpreter.
actually, like yeah.
She's going to be calling in from Japan.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys
not
are
like
gonna see it.
physically here, sit with us.
Just so you guys know, when was the last time you saw a live interview with Manami Matsuma? You didn't. It doesn't happen. It's just for this.
So we're
It's
so
super unique.
honored.
It's super just for you guys. So that's awesome. There's that. I just got informed today that John from Fan Gamer is coming over.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna hang out.
Oh, that's so
talk about
cool.
stuff. It's gonna be great. There's also, if you look at our list, we have all kinds of. Were you gonna say another?
I was just gonna say to Super Mobback that Vert is on that remix
Yeah.
schedule.
Oh,
Vert
yeah.
is gonna be contributing. So
Who
yeah,
knows?
one of the greatest soundtracks ever composed in video games, the soundtrack for Shovel Knight. Those people are gonna work on Starr
Oh.
Mazer in less than $7,000.
It's gonna be the best.
Yeah.
So all we need is that's less than $7,000 thing. It's just the greatest. Triptide wants a cash.
I want a cash.
Yeah, we've been texting
No.
dude. He a busy dude.
He's
So
a busy bro.
we'll see.
Sounds
keep
like
spamming
he's
him
working on
texts.
some game and
Some
spam his Twitter feed.
Like,
Yes,
Go ahead,
yeah,
do it,
tweet
do
the
it.
hell out of him.
Just
Yeah.
make him feel
Or
that so he
I
comes
can just
on
give
over.
you guys his phone number. And you can text.
I don't.
No, I'm not.
I don't know if that's okay.
Triptide wants a cash on here.
Yeah, no, we do too. We
Dude,
want that as well.
if he can just come over.
Yeah, he literally lives like
like
4 blocks away.
4
Yeah.
blocks.
He could just
He
show
just
up.
come by. It's
So-
fine.
If he's watching right now, a cash, just show the fuck up, bro.
I know.
It's super simple.
It's
And
so
if you're
easy.
not a cash and you're around here, you can just show up.
Just show up if you're
Give us
around.
a call.
We're told just
Yeah.
find us, message us if you don't know who. Send an email to social@starmazer.com, and we'll let you in. I mean, we'll scan you first. We'll metal detect you, make sure you don't have any guns, or if you have a ceramic gun, then you deserve to get in. That's cool. You made a ceramic gun. That's great. That's a joke. I can't see your expression. A ceramic gun. They make ceramic guns that can pass metal
Oh,
detectors.
that's
It's like-
right.
Did you ever
like
see
the
that movie
3D
with John
printed-
Malkovich and Clint Eastwood? Where he shoots a duck. Oh man.
Oh, Jim Lowe wants to know where can we find our backer number?
I don't know exactly where you can find that, but someone in the stream will be able to mention that because people were talking about their background number. So if you know where you found yours, go tell Jim so we can all know Jim's number.
Exactly.
It may be in your email. I'm not sure, but Alex got it in his email because he was backer number 1.
He doesn't
Esrain,
need a new email. He's got it.
Esrain, if you do that, if you do show up from Sweden, that's cool, but as much as I would appreciate to see your face, I would appreciate to hit that 3DS stretch goal.
Yeah,
And
that's
that
a
would
better
be a
thing.
much better investment of your
And then
money.
you can come
Instead-
over later and we can all play 3DS together.
Yes, as
And
a
celebrate.
But if you do want to hang out with us, there is going to be a time we're setting up for people to be able to Skype in. That's going to happen at some point. So send an email with social@StarMazer with your Skype info, and then we'll hop in. We'll just hang out with you. So then we can save you a plane ticket, and we can still hang out. It'll be the best.
Yeah. So check it out. I would like to do a thing. Can we do a thing?
Let's
Sure.
do a
So
thing.
Alex is
Let's
here.
talk about
I'm
it.
getting all nostalgic.
Yeah.
I would like to actually do sort of a first few hours of the, because I heard you guys talking about Alex's first.
Yeah, we heard his amazing story, his preparation, his training that enabled him to be backer number 1.
We all actually had that first few hour moment. Like we all had a moment when the thing went live.
That's true.
I kind of want to talk
Ours
about.
is silly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ours is all a little separate, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I have a different.
Well,
You guys haven't even heard my
we-
story.
It's going to be like the same-ish.
Not really. I have a bit of a secret, but that's cool.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So.
Wasn't that you puked everywhere?
Do you wanna join in?
Yeah. Why don't
I'm gonna get a surge first
Yeah, why
for
don't you
breakfast.
take my seats on? Because I want to look over a couple of bits and pieces. Also, Alex, we have snacks over there if you get peckish at any point.
And apparently, we're gonna have a Tekka Cat come over and cook us breakfast,
Yeah.
tots and stuff. Yeah, Diana Pham, the person that you saw yesterday on
It was
stream,
amazing, by the way.
who's apparently one of the
Incredible.
nicest people in the universe,
Hold it.
is going to come over and cook some breakfast. Now I said it live, so
It's gotta
you
happen.
said it on stream, and now I'm holding to do it. 'Cause, man, I want tater tots so bad. I haven't eaten
Donuts
breakfast
worth
yet.
enough,
Yeah, right. She brings donuts. She slays over, gives us gifts, and then no, we want more. We just can't get enough.
This episode of Starr Mazer TV is brought to you by Surge. The choice, the right generation. This is my breakfast, guys. Sorry, I seem kind of out of it because I got 2 hours of sleep and I'm about to do a 24-hour show. It's going to be the best. So,
Actually, yeah, some of you will have seen that the updates and responses to the comments were coming in like a couple hours ago when all of us were still up.
yeah,
We made a giant mistake.
there was a lot more planning than we thought, and it was a combination of things. There was a little bit more planning than we'd expected, than usually get done, and we actually didn't realize the shit that happens when you actually get funded. The minute you cross that line, stuff starts to change. People start, all kinds of emails are coming in. Reward questions happen. I had like 2 publisher phone calls that happened yesterday. It took a long time because like they wanted to talk numbers and stuff, and it's like you didn't care about me yesterday, and now it's the most important thing. So yeah, we had our day was kind of interrupted. It just kind of lost a day almost. We did a couple of things on purpose, but or that we meant to do. Like that'll happen according to plan. But beyond that, Jesus, cats.
Oh my god, that cat just
She loves
that was
everything.
incredible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed them while you go ahead and begin your story so that we have a little bit less cat shark action.
Cool. So, yeah. So if I seem a little out of it, that's why. If all of us do, that's why. Hopefully, it will become extremely comedic and incredibly entertaining.
Yes.
At some point, maybe 12 hours or so in, we'll just start going completely bonkers,
At this point.
which will be nice. So, anyway, can I tell my version?
I wanna hear your version. It's
So we
January 20 whatever.
Yeah, 20 dicks. I don't know. We were all up a million hours late. With the campaign, we changed things on the campaign literally to the last minute. Well, almost the last minute. Last minute we had. Before we had to leave to
It
get
was
planes and stuff.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
when I was making the final updates to the Kickstarter page, making sure all the assets were in there.
Yeah.
But that still was not the end of it because we had to leave for a car.
Yeah, we had to get to a car, get to a plane. So our last minute was actually a few hours before the campaign's last minute. We had somebody in Ashland, North Carolina, Miles Tillman, who's one of our programmers. He's from Pixel Jam. He's really incredible. But the reason you haven't seen him, or at least even seen him on a stream or anything, you see him on our bio page and on in our like thank you thing, but you don't see him live because his wife is currently like waiting to go into labor
Any moment now.
any second
Any
now.
moment. It could be happening at this minute.
Yeah, and she's kind of been there or around there for the last couple weeks. So they prepared and they did all so eventually you'll see Miles a bunch, but it'll be Miles the like new dad who already has I think 2 other kids. So it's a cool thing, but you haven't seen him yet. But he was waiting in Ashland, which was easy for him because it's like 3 hours later. So it was early afternoon for him,
And he was working with Christina.
he was working with Christina in Greece to make sure that everything went off without a hitch. So all the graphics are updated and everything was ready to go. Austin was getting on a plane.
Yeah. So we both went to the airport,
And
or
split.
all of us went to the airport. And then I went to a different section of the airport because I was flying with Nickelpunk over to Washington D.C.
For MagFest,
for MagFest. But you guys,
We were going to Texas for PAX South. So it was myself, Vanessa, and Kazuo on the way to PAX South. So he got on a plane, and we got on a plane. And I had promised not 3 hours earlier that I would not purchase the Wi-Fi.
I made him promise.
Yeah, I lied. I did.
Yep.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I was sitting on the plane and I was just watching the minutes tick by. And the plane takes off. We're just in the air. And it's flying. It's really nice. It's actually, we got the exit row, so it's comfy. Everything's cool. It's an ideal situation. And then I had to go to the bathroom because I had to throw up. So, because I was terrified. I was terrified that we'd hit go. And there was problem number 1, which would we'd hit go and everything would break. It would be all wrong. Or we found out that like in the insane rush to launch, we would have written something ridiculous. Like first stretch goal, $2 or something. At one time we did actually make an update.
2015.
Pardon?
Or release
Yeah,
April
April 2015.
Yeah, right.
What? We did do a thing. One of our we let something go at some point where it was like first stretch goal $25,000, which is not a stretch goal at all. But we fixed it immediately and everybody kind of understood. But I was terrified that something horrible would go that you couldn't change, or that Miles would click the button and the internet would explode in Ashland, North Carolina, and then Greece would like sink into the sea and the whole thing would go away. And note that I'm not actually worried about like the human toll of Greece sinking into a sea. I'm actually more terrified of the Kickstarter.
game.
Yeah, it's the worst. No, I wasn't actually worried about that specifically. But so I went to the bathroom and I had taken my phone with me because I use this thing as like my business tool all day long. So I just kind of make sure it's always like within inches of my. So I puked and I sat on the toilet to just kind of like get myself together, and I realized nobody will see if I connect to the internet right now.
You snuck it. You
So I was in the airplane bathroom, all like curled up in the corner. You know, a little airplane bathroom
dripping.
where the like, you know, your legs are like this because the walls are here, and I'm in here and I'm connecting to the internet, which is really great because the router is like a foot away on the other wall, so the internet speed was like fucking great. So I connect and I see like it's just we already got like $6,000, and it's been like no time. It's just like money is just fucking like somebody pushed the on button on the money printing machine and it's just like going. And I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. And then I saw my little Google bot is like news article. It's been like 2 hours, right? Oh my god. So I'm in the toilet. I'm like, this is cool. Okay, this is great. It will make sense. I'll know that the first like 5 hours, because they always say the first 5 hours are like a great indicator for like the rest of the Kickstarter. So for 5 hours, I need to know exactly what's happening. So I go back to my seat. I kind of put my phone in my pocket. I'm like, I'll just like check my whatever every once in a while. They're asleep because it's like super tired.
So you
time.
didn't sleep the night before?
I'll slip my phone out and just be like, boop, boop, it's all good. It turns out that our seat was far enough away from the router that the internet didn't function at all. I paid for it. I paid like the whole trip money for it, and I just pulled it out. And it's like it shows I'm connected to a network, but I've got one bar on the network with like one little squiggle, and I can't connect. And I'm like, I can't get. They're all asleep. I can't get up and go to the bathroom again to check it. And then we got to some point near the middle of the country, and the router just went down and stayed down. Like I could connect, but I was stuck to their like welcome page,
Mhm.
and it just stayed there for the whole time. So I spent the entire ride terrified that like that first few $1,000 that's it. That's all. It's the whole thing. The internet's over. Like there's no Kickstarter. So that was. Then we landed, and then I mean, it couldn't have been a better first 2 days. All night we got pledges. All the next day we got pledges. I had to turn my phone off because I hadn't like routed messages or anything. I hadn't done like an email filter. So what ended up happening was my phone was just going for like 4 hours.
Unusable.
Yeah, it was not a phone. It had a constant bar across the top. It was just like it was
Which is awesome. Like
It was
thank you.
awesome.
That's
Yeah, I was like,
cool.
this is the best thing in the world because every one of those was somebody like trusting that we're gonna do this thing, which is great.
Like Schmuffy Love, just
Like
joining
Schmuffy Love,
in,
thanks for
following
following.
us. Thank you.
So that was pretty great. But yeah, no, it was incredible. I was on the PAX show floor, and for the first hour at PAX, I could check updates and see everything. But as soon as everybody got there, the network gets congested, so now I can't see anymore. So it was this constant like this like you can have a taste, but you can't see what's happening. You can't get any statistics. You can only just get little like dips here and there. So that was pretty incredible.
Yeah. My experience is very different from that. It's good that there are limitations to you having internet access. I feel then you're able to like you have to that part of your brain that would have been always safer. You're like, no, this can't do it, and so it just shuts down and focus on other things.
Sure. Yeah.
Brian Lewis followed us.
Brian Lewis, thanks
The
for following.
Brian
So-
Lewis. That's Brick M. Stonewood.
Brick M.
Just
Stonewood,
follow
just follow
our
us.
channel.
It's a picture of his ship because he's so cool.
Yep, you can totally
There he is.
echo the machine. Oh, Tango
Bunny,
Bunny.
thanks for the
Thank you
follow.
for the follow. I also want to answer a question that Mr. Remute asked a little while back.
That's actually
It's-
Remute, by the way.
Is that
legit
the
style
Remute? Oh man,
That's
the
Dennis
Remute.
Remute.
That's awesome. Which
From
you can
Germany.
see his theme mix
Yeah.
of the Star Wolf theme on our YouTube channel. So Remute, did we party hard yesterday? No, not at all. We were, but we did celebrate because I forced Dawn to actually come out and celebrate. There was a thing. Dawn had been really excited about this thing for a super long time. There's a cafe a few blocks away here in Seattle called The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have, he didn't know this. I had to tell him.
Yeah, yeah.
A buddy of mine used to work there. They have a cookie pizza. So it's all the gloriness of pizza, but in dessert form.
Yeah.
And it's this massive thing, and they put
Yeah.
ice cream and fudge on it, and it's the best.
Oh.
So, Justice PS, thank you for the follow. So, as I was saying, Justice, we were going to go get the cookie pizza, but Dawn was working on things and had a call and everything, and so we left at 12. The place is open till midnight, so the internet told us, like, okay, we'll be good. We'll
Yeah,
get down there.
we're gonna rush. We've got time.
Yeah, so
it's cool.
We go down there. It's like 11:26 p.m. We've got 34 minutes. This is great. We go over, and the door won't open. And then we look in, and we see this girl, like, she closes out the place, and there's the open sign, and she just, like, looks at us.
Yeah, and she just goes, click.
And it's off.
It's the worst.
And we're like,
The
and
worst thing.
she just stares at us and then walks away.
She was
It was
like,
cool.
she was having a bad day,
It
and
was
she
rough.
wanted to like just throw it on
Yeah.
to
Now,
others.
She wanted nothing to do with other human beings
Yeah.
being at that place.
I've had a couple people now say they like my shirt, and I appreciate it. I threw this on just for you guys.
Well, I have a cool
Plus
shirt too.
it's
Not that
comfy.
people don't know this one as well, because this is a little indie, but you might know one of our crossovers is with a cool thing called Thostronauts. That involves
Thostronauts.
Professor Pearl, who flies around in her one-bedroom spaceship controlled by her cat Micah, and this is the symbol. Thostronauts was a Kickstarter, and there was various shipping options, right? Like, oh, you get your whatever international shipping, your local shipping. I did the shipping option where I invite myself over to the creator's house and then just barge in and take the shirt before he can ship it out, which maybe saved him a few bucks. But yeah, I just happened to be able to go.
You
I
guys
have to
do
be
not
at
do
San
that to
Francisco.
Starr Mazer.
No,
They're
please.
just barging.
No.
No.
Tell us
Can't
first.
fit 4,600 people in here.
Yeah.
No,
We
you
can
can't. Not yet.
try. But yeah, so continue with the pizza story. Oh, and I actually wanted to interrupt one really quickly and say, Remute, I love your music video. It blew my whole mind. The description was incredible. Virtual boy, bathtub, bubbles. You put your life in danger. Oh, thank you, MK Swan.
Thank you, Kiss One, for the
Is that-
follow.
You put your life in
That's my
danger
mom.
for Starr Mazer.
Yeah! That's Mom. Hi,
That's his
Mom.
mom.
You must be so proud that you were the mother of the first Starr Mazer backer.
Yeah, that's a historic event. His
Oh.
birth was okay, but this is a big deal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess she doesn't think I'm talking enough.
I can see that.
I know, you take the whole stream,
That's right.
you just steal the show.
So I've known Alex a little while. Austin has known Alex longer, but Alex does this thing. You just watch him while I'm talking. I know you've seen me a lot. Watch him. That face. It's just like his lips are like this perfect line, and he like watches intently, and he'll speak, and there will be no change. You could go on for like an hour, and I find myself like needing to continue to like hit the moment that will like make him respond. But it turns out he's super responding. It's just not here. And when I first met him, it intimidated the shit out of me. I was like, man, give me a break, man. I'm trying to like talk to you. She's like, yeah. Or my favorite is, he comes in, he's like, Starr Mazer looks super great. I'm really excited about it. I'm like, wait, no, you're supposed to be like, I'm excited! It's gonna be the coolest thing, oh my god! He's like, no, really. It's
I
the
don't
coolest thing."
know if I've ever seen you like do a thing like that. Like that. I don't think it's
I
ever
can't be Don Thacker.
No, Don Thacker is a rare trait. Very few people have it. Actually, Alex is a slightly older brother than me. We're almost on our friend anniversary. It's been almost a year since I met this guy. He was introduced to me by Diana Pham.
Who's showing up for breakfast.
Yeah,
She's bringing us
she
breakfast.
is breakfast.
She is breakfast.
We're not gonna like physically eat. That's cannibalism.
No.
No.
We're not
That's
gonna-
awful.
No.
She's
No.
gonna make breakfast.
Yeah.
She's Tech a Cat on the stream if you haven't seen her yet. But yeah, so anyway, Alex has been like the coolest, nicest, most supportive guy. He was there like help me out with sports ball. He came over once because I needed a controller to test something before I could ship, and then he brought donuts and just hung out, and we practiced flat mode together, and it was the best. That's the mode where you fly as a bird in sports ball. You can actually do that. It was because he was able to hook me up with the controller that I needed. It was so cool. So this guy has been an amazing supporter throughout my journey as an indie developer. And he's done a bunch of cool stuff. He doesn't just be the first backer on Starr Mazer. That's not the only thing Alex is about.
He was forged specifically for that
this
reason.
one purpose. No, Alex is more to him.
His mom and dad looked at each other and said, "We will one day back Starr Mazer."
But not through our own actions.
It wasn't.
We must burn the vessel.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was not an act of love. It was an act of fate. It was a choice.
Unnecessary.
A necessary act.
Yes. So thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Alex
for this
mom,
blessing.
for creating the cricket chirp that caused the avalanche.
The face that just, I'm excited. And then,
I'm going to back the living shit out of Starr Mazer.
oh, are we doing well? Are we doing good at the Alex?
Yeah, you got me down.
Yes.
I don't even have to talk. We got this going. I knew that coming onto a show would be just fine because with you two, you just talk and it's very entertaining and you definitely bounce off of each other very well. So I was okay with knowing that there would not be dead air for sure on this show, even though I was here.
We have had hours, and there's been maybe 3 seconds of dead hair
Yeah.
on this. Oh man. But anyway, yeah. So Alex, he was doing a cool thing when I first met him, which was making a game a month. So in the amount of time that we ran a Kickstarter, he would have already just banged out a game. And these are cool games. They're actually available on the App Store, the Android App Store. They're fun games to play. You can play them like right now. What's one of the ones that they should look for if you've got an Android phone right now?
One of my favorite ones is Hyper Tiles right now.
Hyper Tiles is
If you
good.
remember the old
Man.
piano tiles style games, just the tap to play, they're really simple. They are addicting, and lots of games now are doing like the in-app purchases and all sorts of things to monetize it. But I didn't go that way. I put some ads between games and called it good. So Hyper Tiles looks a lot better than piano tiles and is also very competitive when you get two friends trying to beat each other.
Oh man, yeah, I've had some fierce competition with that. No, it's been fantastic. So, yeah, I guess to finish up the pizza story and then go into my backer experience, or my first day, is just, we ended up going to another place called Rocco's on the Facebook stream, you might have seen it. We ordered some pizzas, we ate food for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We like talked about things. We actually like hung out as friends for a little while, and just talked about friends stuff, which is really cool. And then we came back and we did the whole we released update. We did the judging process. So we did celebrate. It was a mandatory thing because we just wanted to appreciate everything that you all done for us.
Yeah.
Mom
So
says you're welcome.
Yeah, we saw that.
Thank you, Alex's mom. So my experience, I went to the airport and then I like hung out next to the gate and I put my backpack up because it had some clothes in it and I put my head on it and I fell asleep. And then like I don't know, an hour or something later, I woke up and then Nickelpunk was there and we met up and we said hi and it was cool. And then we all shuffled on the plane and then we got on the plane and I'm so stoked because the Kickstarter's gonna go live. And I have no way of checking it out. I mean, I know I can buy the Wi-Fi, but no, I'm not going to buy Wi-Fi. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to be stressing about it. I don't want to be refreshing the page constantly. We just worked till like forever, and I just want to relax and do that. So I just fell asleep on the plane. That's what I did. I took a nap. It was great. I slept for a very long time because we hadn't slept in like 24 hours or something like that. And I woke up eventually. Now, Sean and I, we were sitting on each side of the aisle. So he was a little bit farther. Sorry, Nickelpunk. Nickelpunk's name is Sean. That's what we call him when he's not playing bangers on stage. And so I saw him looking at his phone, and I knew he bought the internet. He had to do it because he was checking through scrolling it, but I didn't want to know. I didn't say a thing.
Wow.
So I just sat there and ignored it and tried sleeping more, and I just like thought about other things. And I didn't do it at all. And eventually, after we went through a whole process of like getting this car that we needed and getting the TVs for the event and everything, we were like driving in the car, and I was like, "So you've checked it, haven't you?" He's like, "I bought the internet as soon as I could, and I've just been refreshing the page constantly the entire time." And I was like, "Okay. What was the number?" And he was like thousands of dollars. I was like, awesome, like we're doing great, it's amazing. And Diana Pham is here. Come say hi to everyone. It's been
So we got to
such
think.
a very short time.
I want to interrupt here. Kazuo, there's a message here. Starr Mazer, the Kickstarter screen capture has frozen again.
Oh no.
What's that?
Is it too high of a resolution?
The screen capture what?
It's frozen again.
It's
Is
buffering.
actually,
Hi.
does that mean...
Oh,
Sorry,
Oh,
you're
oh,
feeling like.
I brought you gifts.
Ah!
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's us pins!
Yeah.
It's
It's us pins with our
pins!
faces on it!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the greatest. And is there another? There's another flavor of pin?
Well, I
Starr
thought.
Mazer logo
Oh my
pins.
Well, because you guys are all like, oh yeah, we have to buy ourselves background stuff to blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I was like, here, you just have your own.
That's
pin.
amazing.
That's actually not the camera.
Wait,
It is that
wait,
one
this one?
time.
This one?
Yeah.
This.
Oh,
God.
God.
Oh my god, it's a little me
Oh
face!
my
The cutest.
Ah!
That is adorable.
I'm gonna take these two and give them to Austin.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
That's incredible.
This.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, there's a little me.
Uh,
This is so awesome.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Right. And I want to make you guys
Thank you
breakfast.
so much.
Because I like
She's
doing
going
things.
to make us
You're the
breakfast.
Yeah,
best.
this is hot.
You're like the fairy of awesome.
Here.
We didn't get a lot of sleep, so the fairy of awesome might not be the coolest thing.
Rafa says he wants one. Rafa, what one do you want? Pick a team member.
Nice.
We also have, oh no we don't. I was gonna say, we also have 1,000 other buttons that I'd made, but they went away the first day
Yeah,
at
they're
PAX.
gone.
Like,
They're gone.
they
Everything
vanished.
was
People would come by and they wouldn't even look at Starr Mazer. They were just like handfuls of buttons. Ridiculous. This is the coolest thing!
There should be buttons for people that back the pixel portrait. Rafa, I like your idea. I will look into that because we have someone who makes buttons, so maybe that's a thing we can do.
Oh
Yeah, Diana's actually, she crafts all sorts of awesome things. During Sports Ball, she made us a bunch of super cool stuff for us. She made an emblem, a wristband. She tried making a hat. Like, this is the coolest stuff. She is very crafty. She makes the neatest things. And right now, she's going to craft breakfast, which I'm so excited for. I'm actually starving right now. I'm a person who eats breakfast every day. It's an
No,
important meal
because
for me.
I don't know Don and Vanessa and Kazo as much as I know Austin, but I know Austin eats all the time and he's always hungry. Well, he tries to eat all the time.
I literally will eat
So-
as much as I physically can possibly eat every time I sit down.
So I barely even wanted to ask, should I make you guys breakfast? I knew that Austin would accept it. Okay.
I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much.
Very much.
This is so exciting! Ugh, I don't even know what to do with this. I mean, I know what to do with this. I'm just gonna put it on.
Yeah.
But
Just
I
the feeling,
the fun,
the emotion.
This is like the
Yeah.
first hour or something.
Yeah, we're doing the schedule in complete reverse. So the first thing was supposed to be Q&A, and the first thing ended up talking about memories.
Right.
Look back. So I
Yeah.
guess we can switch this over to QA.
Yeah.
But we can pour over.
But
a
I
little
would
bit
like
and
to
talk
actually
memories.
hear Kazuo and Vanessa's.
Yeah, so
version
we're gonna
too.
use the next hour to still do memories about the Kickstarter, and sort of. We also need to talk about the beginning of Starr Mazer. That's our next topic. So we're going to be keeping up the Q&A for this whole duration. So we're going to be watching for your questions. If you have questions, put them in the stream, and we'll be looking at them. If we miss them, there's a bunch of other setup going around. So ask a question multiple times. It's great if you put all in caps question or like hey person name. So then we'll see it on there.
Also, the Q&A thing. Like keep that up all the time. The whole 24
Yeah,
hours.
it's
Keep
just-
asking questions.
You can always ask questions.
We've been.
Come on,
guys
you
do
know,
that
you
anyway.
know
It's
us.
fine.
We'll always
It's
talk.
the total fines.
So we're gonna talk a little bit more about Kickstarter stories, and then I really want to hear about like the most origins of stories.
Okay.
Like the origins,
Sure.
It's like
Yeah.
9-year-old Don Thacker
Doing it.
telling us about it. So
Doing
we'll
it.
get that after we hear some stories. Kazuo, why don't you come by? Yo.
Tell us your version. So, Cerberus, I would love to give you one of these buttons. I will give you one of these buttons if we get 3DS stretch goals. My only goal in life right now is to get the 3DS stretch goal. I know it's far off,
Look.
but
If you guys make the 3DS goal, I will make plans for every single backer.
Oh!
What's that, like 4,000?
4,616 buttons.
that's buttons. We have to
Alright,
add
you
that to
say
something. We have to tweak that. Buttons for every backer if we hit our 3DS stretch goal.
I'm gonna
That's
get
the
no.
best.
You tell the story. I'm gonna be social guy for a moment.
This is this is incredible. So you come tell us about your. Okay, so the final hours leading up. So you were up all night working on stuff.
Yeah.
Right? We were all up all night working on stuff. Tell us about that, and then all the way through the next day. Alex, feel free to chime in, but you've been talking over people a little.
That's fine. It sounds good. I mean, I feel great about my position in this particular morning because I slept in, felt good, sat down on my computer in my house.
Yeah.
It was nice and warm and toasty. And yeah, I
Nice.
just threw my money at the screen. Then
That was the right choice.
Yeah. Now, like I guess
Throwing your money at the screen.
yeah, I didn't have to worry about it. I watched the number go up, and so that was cool. And just like have that off to the side while I.
That was
played
your
my video
goal.
game.
I'm sorry, I was in the shower. That was totally your goal to be backer number one.
Yep.
Can I? I don't know. Can I? Before we get into Kazuo's story, can I ask why? Like, what made you want to be backer number one of Starr Mazer? You like some of these people hadn't heard of Starr Mazer until recently, right? You had heard of it before.
Yeah. Well, I'm friends with Austin, and so Austin was all about this and had this set up. And it was actually at the what was the indie show that you were at the Wildlife Refuge, whatever it's called. What's the name of that?
At the Wildlife Refuge?
It's something like that. It's the place in Capitol Hill that has the indie game.
The Raygun Lounge?
The what?
Raygun?
Not Raygun. No. Whatever it was, and I'm surprised you're not familiar with what...
I've been to like 15 different things.
I know,
don't
but
even
this
know.
one was showing off, all the people were there, Daniel Cook and Samantha. And
That was the one you went to that I
The
didn't go
Invisible
to.
Indies.
Invisible Indies,
That's
that's
the
the
thing.
one. Yeah, so you
That
were
was a week.
there.
There was like 7 things in that week.
Thank you, Lots.
Thank you,
Dr.
Lot-
Two.
Gotcha, doctor.
Lots of
Gotcha.
Doctor too. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, so that was the particular one. You were there, and I asked you about your Ludum Dare
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Was really cool, and
It was
I
insane.
like hearing the things that you make because you're always super excited about them. But that was the time when you were like, you will back my Kickstarter, right? And you put me on the spot there, so I made the decision right there. Yes, I would.
Wow.
So,
Wait, hold on. You will add an additional $1,000 to Kickstarter, right?
No.
Oh. I thought it would work again.
No. The thing of it is, I know you guys,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to support you. And if I don't have to give 20% of that to Kickstarter, then even better. So yeah,
Ah.
whatever the percentage is.
Sure.
I imagine it's
It's,
somewhere.
I think it's like 10 to Kickstarter. I'm saying I think to like have plausible deniability. I know exactly how much it is as we've done
Okay.
the numbers. It's 10% to Kickstarter, 10% to the billing agency that they use. So
Yeah,
that's
so whatever
20%.
it is. Yeah, so if I can support you guys directly and not have cuts taken out of it, then might as well. So like, yeah, like just like if I can pick something up instead of like have it shipped for half a match, might as well.
And you live near, so
Yeah.
cool.
So it's good.
So you were ready.
That was the one that was the point that I decided I would support on the Kickstarter and put enough on there to get some decent rewards and past that, yeah. Just
You were the
support in
original
other way.
fan of Starr Mazer. That's incredible.
Yes, so yeah.
So, to answer your guys' questions, I saw a couple scroll past Ezra. We love all of your guys' fan work that you submitted to
Yeah.
us. It is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
We went through it last night from like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
Everything.
Oh
Make
yeah,
it
and then
hard to choose.
the survey had a question for me. How was the process for all the fan art going? It went really well. We made spreadsheets and we looked at all of them and we fell in love with each and every one of them, and it was very difficult.
It was the most difficult. Like it didn't take the 4 or 5 hours to like go through everything. We went through everything very quickly. It was the deliberation, which was just how do you objectively meter someone's art? You know what I mean? And every single one of the pieces of art we had so much heart in it, and I just wanted somebody to just do like some like really good but super soulless thing that we could just be like, okay, we can decline that because it was soulless. But no, everything was so full of love that it was very difficult. I would liken it to having, having a wonderful, beautiful life, a partner that you love spending your time with, and either birthing or adopting 4 or 5 children, and then needing to shoot 3 of them with a gun in the head. Needing to pick those. That's what it was like.
So Rafa
I didn't know where that was going.
It was a
So
joke.
we got about 15 entries
I was so
in for
tired.
fan art, and we've got about 25 entries in for the theme mix.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
And it was all good.
So I guess we are not accepting submissions anymore. Although we will always take it in. You know, if you have fan art, send it in.
Right.
Tweet
It just
at
won't
us.
fit this particular contest.
We hate to put the deadline.
Nudge, nudge. Leak, leak. Words.
Oh, what about a collage? Well, Brian, we're definitely going to show all of the art on the stream when we announce which one we're picking. So we'll go through it with you guys, both the art and the theme mixes. We're going to go ahead and play them all and show them all live on the stream in their respective schedule slots. I wish I had it available to look at here.
No, it will exist somewhere.
This would be a good time for Rafa to put that pixel art Excel spreadsheet
Oh my god,
in the chat again.
so tiny to read.
So I guess to answer your question,
We
Bill,
should do that. We'll do that, Alex. I think it's a good idea at some point.
To go through all that.
No. To put the pixel art Excel back up.
oh yeah, we'll definitely be doing that.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun. You guys did an incredible job.
So
Your story.
When I first started working on Starr Mazer with Dawn, it was very clearly laid out what my goal was in terms of like the social media and getting all that stuff out. And I was overwhelmed by how much awesome stuff like the rest of the team was pumping out. They're just like, here, awesome pixel art. Here, awesome music. And I was just like, oh, this is easy. And I would post it all up. But then working with Dawn here in the office, man, it just like never ends. There's always something else to do. There's always something else to put up. There's always something else to improve. And it just got late. And I slept for like 10 minutes on the couch, and then it was like, well, gotta go to the airport. And then that was just pure madness at PAX. I tried to sleep on the plane, and Don was on his phone the whole time. I was like, man, you should get off that. And then PAX was just madness.
Madness.
Full cameras out, just going all the way.
Dual cameraing it. Incredible.
Danimal519 asked if we'd done the fan art announcements yet.
No.
No, I think that might be Danimal Cannon, though. Who's an incredible
What?
musician. One of our guest musicians. He really wants that additional near $6,000 so that we can hire him to do music. He's an incredible artist. Check him out. But no, we haven't got there yet. We will. That'll be incredible. So yeah, Vanessa, what's
Yes.
your story?
So
Are you texting?
No,
Is he cute?
I was. I don't know. Is he?
That's Kazuo.
It's Kazuo.
Am I cute?
Yes,
cute.
you are
Yeah.
cute. You're so adorable. Well, my Starr Mazer story. Well, it begins like a year ago. In that I began working with Imagos Films, which is the other portion of Imagos Softworks, and I was meeting with Don to hear about the company and hear about what they got up to and different things like that. And he was telling me really quickly about all these really exciting things that they were doing, and somehow I ended up in my possession like a little section of papers about this thing called Starr Mazer, and it was like a pitch sheet almost. What would you call
It's
that?
called a one sheet in the
one
industry.
sheet.
A
Yeah.
one sheet.
But it's not just one sheet.
A one
it's
sheet
like
is
5
a
pages.
like yeah. It's not actually one sheet most of the time, but it's a quick breakdown. The fastest way to tell a whole story for something.
Yeah.
It used to be you used to like take a film plot and put it on one sheet with like 2 pictures, and then you give that to an executive and he'd be on his way to the toilet and he'd be like, oh yeah, buy it, and then he'd like throw it, or no, and throw it away. But
They sound like that too.
yeah,
Right?
all of them. Well, not anymore actually. I was recently in LA and
Grumble, grumble.
they all went from being like old white dudes, because when I was in LA it was all old white dudes, like in suits, and they just didn't care at all. And then until you'd be introduced and they'd be like, this is Don Thacker, he's a new and upcoming filmmaker, he's incredible, he's got ideas. And you'd be like, I got ideas, let me tell you my ideas. And they're like, son, is it a comedy or is it a drama? And you're like, neither. Just looking for comedies and dramas. And they walk away. That would be it. It was the whole thing. But now I was at Fox mixing motivational growth, and out of nowhere I saw like just a giant stream of like 30-year-old dudes with like, they all look like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. They obviously had like masks, like the peel off masks and stuff, and they were just like perfectly preened, and they were in Armani suits and stuff. And they went into the cafeteria to get like free cafeteria lunch at Fox, and they were all just standing there like broing out. And I was like, I leaned over to the guy I was working with at Fox, and I was like, "Fuck are they?" And he's like, "That's the new executive order." It's like a bunch of like 30-year-old.
That sounds like a scene from an anime,
Yeah,
right?
it's the weirdest thing. I was like, and they're getting like free burritos. They have Armani suits and stuff. So, one sheets.
Yes, so this one gave me this one sheet, and he didn't really fully explain to me what I was looking at, but it looked pretty cool, and it sort of sounded like it made sense at the time. It had great art on it, but I didn't really know a lot because there was so much stuff he was telling me. And then as we got to hang out more, he started telling me about this universe, but I thought it was a different story, and it was like this book series, and I didn't realize that they kind of connect, and that he had like this decalogue of books that one day he'd like to turn into this whole universe. And
They're my books. I didn't like borrow the books.
No. From the library. It's from the library. You can read all about Starr Mazer. And then I think about a month into hanging out and beginning to work for Imagos, I watched Motivational Growth, and there was this crazy world that the main character gets sucked into, and I was like, I had not put it together yet. In fact, it took me a very long time to put it all together. We were working on a different project, and Don kind of said, "It's time. It's Starr now."
Just announced it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now, Starr Mazer.
It was kind of like that. We were doing all these different projects, and we'd come off of a feature film, which I've been working on editing, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, so Starr Mazer now. And all of a sudden Brian is having really quiet hush-hush meetings with Don in the room, and I'm not allowed to be there because it's like bro time, and they've got to bromance a little, and I don't know. I know they're talking about something, and then I'm asked if I want to be involved in this thing, because I'm doing other stuff. But do I want to like come on to part of the Starr Mazer team? And I was like, well, yeah, I want to write stories forever, so yes, of course. And then all of a sudden we're doing a Kickstarter, and we have like a team, and we've got like we're about to launch, and it's the middle of the night, and we were supposed to sleep This sounds so similar, doesn't it? We were supposed to sleep before we all get on planes to go to respective, very important festivities in the gaming industry, PAX South and MagFest, and we just don't have time for the sleeping, much like last night. And so we're all getting loopy. I actually do crash because I run out of things to do, so I'm unconscious for a little bit, and I can hear people running around, and then I get up and I think I showered with a little bit of remaining time that we had, and we're all getting ready, and we're going to the airport, and Dawn looks nervous and sweaty.
Sweaty.
So guys,
sweaty and nervous.
I have this force of will thing, right? Like, if I have access to a thing and it needs to get done, I just do it, and I do it hard, and I do it until it's done. And sometimes I fail 35 times while doing it, but I will fail and then finish in the same amount of time I see my peers like trying one time, failing, getting sad, and leaving. Like I push really hard. Bag of dicks. It's very nice. It's a very weird scenario because normally if there's a problem, I just smash it until it's not a problem anymore, no matter what. But the Kickstarter is a different beast because Miles clicks that button and Christina verifies that it works, and it's out of my hands. I can do nothing. I can sit on a plane. I can go to PAX and yell at people for 3 days. I come home, cross my fingers, and hope. So I guess this TV show thing is my attempt to like
Try to get some
have some
control.
kind of like, oh, I gotta do something. But I was, as she was saying, I was completely ruined by the idea that I didn't have like direct
No, Don
access
was
to the thing.
flipping out.
It
and
was.
He says it was all secretive and stuff, that him trying to get on the internet. There was no secret about it. He was just sat there on the phone, and I kept being like, no, swipe. And then it would just come back up, and he's trying to buy internet. It's just like, there's, hello, no moon.
Hello, no moon underscore.
There's,
Thank you for the follow.
There's like technical difficulties, and I can tell you the technical plane difficulties. Like they're offering Wi-Fi, but he can't quite get it to work. So it was just incredible. And so we're starting this whole thing, and it wasn't honestly until we started talking about it, I think probably at PAX, and we're pitching the idea, and he's given us each like enough. Thank you so much for following Occam's Monkey.
Occam's Monkey.
Occam's Monkey.
Which is a great name.
That is a great name.
That's so good. It wasn't until we were there at PAX that I started putting together that all of these different universes. Thank you for following Pragma.
Thank you very much for the follow.
It wasn't until we were at PAX and we were pitching, and I could hear him out the corner on the corner of the booth talking about this universe that it started to dawn on me that all these different stories that he'd been telling me across the past year are part of this one great universe. And I was like, this is amazing. This is going to be such an incredible thing that we're building. And I just became really, really proud and excited that he had just turned to me one day and said, are you going to be on this thing or something? And I was like, oh, yeah, cool, man. And then I'd said, oh, yeah, cool, man. Because now...
That was it.
It was pretty much the conversation. Don, you either hop on board or you don't. And everything moves quickly. And it's been my dream for a very long time. I love science fiction. Thank you for following Forgo Hero.
Alex, you do that so well. That's your job.
Yes.
To
It'll
pronounce
keep you
names.
talking.
Yes.
So whenever somebody pops in, just be like, thank you for
Steal the
following,
show,
name.
boom.
Just do it. By the way, Occam's monkey's Andy, and he says
Oh!
the simplest monkey is most likely the correct monkey.
Oh,
Occam's
makes sense.
Andy,
That's the best.
hi. Andy might be possibly here later,
Yeah.
maybe, if we're lucky. So I had
Diana,
to
you
say
should
it
either
was
sit
really
back
incredible.
or somewhere on the, because right now your name was just our number, which is cool. Both of them are pretty at the moment.
I like being on the floor. It gives me access.
You look great. She was just sitting at $173,606.
Oh, I've had that happen before.
Yep.
It's rough.
I want to talk.
So that's kind of my story. I was watching these guys flip out and be stressed, and I was kind of trying to be supportive and available and peppy, and take pictures of them a lot while they kept accidentally falling asleep. It's been an incredible journey. Kickstarter has been the hardest thing that our team has ever had to accomplish, and we've made a feature film in an abandoned nuclear power plant, with like no railings and stuff. So it's just been quite a journey, and a very few. I know it seems crazy. We're doing a 24-hour stream off of only 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
But that's
It's gonna
been
be great.
this entire campaign.
You're gonna love it.
So
It's gonna be great.
Unadulterated us.
Yeah.
So exactly 30 days ago today, we were prepping to get on those
Yeah.
planes, and I have to say,
30
I didn't
days
have the
ago?
We were
stamina.
24 hours 30 days ago. We have
Oh.
24 hours today.
I didn't have the stamina then that I have since accrued from about like sleep deprivation. Now, like 6 hours is luxury sleep for
Yeah,
us.
it is nice when we can get 6 hours. It's a good night.
It's a good night,
Yep.
6-hour night. So,
Oh,
anyways,
yeah.
that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
And so we're gonna transition.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to the actual. I hope everybody's around for the fan art contest. We're gonna go through our entries.
Can we
In
actually
4
can we
minutes.
quickly go
Oh.
through the schedule?
Oh,
Yes.
sure, yeah.
I would really like to talk to you guys about what we have coming up today. Can
Oh,
you
it's going in
bring
there.
up
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
we are here right now for.
It was just bare.
Oh yeah, the with the hair. You do the
So,
sprite thing. That's
We
cool.
are at 10 a.m. We just passed 10 a.m. The Starr Mazer Q&A where we talk about. Oh man, we're late for our fan art.
That's
contest
cool, man. It's
results.
filling time.
Oh man, and then 12 p.m. Star French crossovers. That's where we're going to be discussing all the awesome crossovers that
Yeah.
we have going on. 1 o'clock, Star cooking with Doritos. We have the Doritos. We shall see what we can make out of them.
Yeah.
You can make meatballs.
Oh,
With Doritos?
Yeah, I did once.
Oh man, you
Yeah,
got
do
the
it.
knowledge.
You gotta do
You're
it.
on
I
the
We're
brought
right next to the
breadcrumbs,
store.
but we can totally use Doritos.
Doritos.
Oh, we've got
Yeah.
We gotta do
Doritos.
it.
We've
Okay.
got Doritos.
I've also got a meat grinder, and I've always wanted to put Doritos through the meat grinder to make like Dorito dust to put on things.
So we're gonna do
Dorito
it.
It's
dust.
gonna be the greatest.
Then at 2 p.m., Star Wolf construction. So we have a bunch of Star Wolves, and we're going to be cutting them up and putting together little our
Paper craft
paper
Star
craft
Wolves,
Star Wolves. You guys will have gotten those in an update. So please feel free to print out your own and make Star Wolves alongside us, or just watch us try and make them. It will be the second time I've ever even attempted papercraft. The previous time was the first beta version of the Star Wolf, and I failed miserably and had to get on the phone with the artist to figure it out because I've never done it before. And I
But
sucked.
keep,
That's okay.
keep noticing that I keep noticing I'm not even awake right now. Recognize that version of the Star Wolf was not the final version and had no instructions and wasn't complete.
Yes.
It was just like some shapes and some tabs. It
Yeah.
looked great. We were developing the system.
I managed to cut it out.
Yeah.
And so
No,
the
I
one
was
that we're
very
going to
proud.
be doing is the one that
Is
was
the
actually
final version.
released on the backer updates. From the
And
original
some of
ones.
you, if you
And
went to
hand it
PAX
out.
South, you actually got a version of this.
So
The only people who have them are the people who went to PAX South. The official printed out versions. We made the image available to our backers.
So if you want to
guys
print
can
one
all do
out
it.
and join us at 2 p.m. PST today, you can build one with us.
Yes.
We'll show them when we bring.
And
Absolutely.
then at 3.
Yeah, we want that.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I
gonna do it.
really like that.
You're
So
gonna.
we
you're
have a
gonna
whole
make the
stack.
best
You can
one.
even mess up. It's fine.
I think we're gonna bring a table in, maybe move the couch
And
or something.
perhaps we might do a little bit of quizzing and other fun things. We might be giving away those little beasts that we make. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
At 3 p.m. we begin the music section of our 24-hour stream. That's when we're gonna go through the.
Can I talk about the thing at 3 p.m.? The backer thing?
Do it.
Okay, so we're doing a thing, guys. This is an announcement. I'm announcing a thing at 3 p.m. I need you guys to tweet the hell out of this because it's gonna make everything better. We have 100 copies of the soundtrack by
Vince DiCola,
and
Kenny Meredith.
Vince DiCola and Kenny Meredith did the soundtrack for Saturday Morning RPG. We have 100 copies of that, and we'd like to give them to you.
Because we don't need. That's way too many copies.
We've already got our copies. We have 100 left.
So many copies.
We had 110, I think. We have 100 left. We want to give them away, and the best way that we're going to give them away is anybody who backs from 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on, anybody who backs at the soundtrack level or up, or, and this is for you guys, increases their pledge from anywhere near the soundtrack level to any number above it, any other pledge level, not just like $1 more, or upgrades from a lower pledge level to the soundtrack level. So you can go from any level to the soundtrack level. We'll get you the soundtrack for the OST for Saturday Morning RPG. Or if you already have the soundtrack level or any other level, just move up one level, and you will get, for the first 100 people. I am so asleep.
Oh my
I
gosh,
can't put
okay.
sentences together.
Wait.
100
I'm a
copies,
little
one per
confused.
person.
Okay, so what if somebody, for example, has the soundtrack level and
Yeah.
then they back an additional $1?
No, it's got to be another pledge
It's
level.
got to be another pledge level.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make that clear. So
We're gonna
anybody,
adjust that a little bit because if you're at the $1,000 level,
You're right. That doesn't make sense.
That's not cool.
Sorry, guys. Honestly, because then that guy would have to jump to like the
Yeah.
3.
So we're gonna make it. If you're already back at the soundtrack level, then it's $5.
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. If you're already back at the soundtrack level,
$5.
$5. Just add another $5. If you're not a back at the soundtrack level, you got to get up to the soundtrack level. If you're not a backer, just back to
Back
the
to
soundtrack
back.
level.
So we've got 100 of those guys. So
100.
3 p.m. We
100.
will be keeping track, and you will get that awesome soundtrack as well if you're the first 100,
Yeah.
starting at 3.
So servers, why did you back so early? Look, you're implying that we don't have stuff for people who backed early, which we do. And you're implying that we also don't have more stuff
Yeah.
for people who already backed, which we do. This is just an exclusive thing. We only have 100, and it's to get Vince DiCola and Kenny Meredith's soundtrack out there, and to get us a little bit more rush, and so that you guys can get consoles, and you guys can get your 3DS stretch goal. That's the goal. I want the
3
man.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Which is Pacific Standard Time is GMT -8, so math that up.
Also, I just wanted to address. So the people who backed in the first 3 days, don't forget that even when anybody who had backed even $1, we got giant, awesome early bird posters for. So
They're very
You-
similar to the
Yeah.
little bit.
So you guys actually got some really cool swag that's going to be
Yeah.
coming your way, and we've
So-
already talked about signing those beasts.
I need to make a
So-
thing happen. Cerberus,
Yeah.
he says, wait, so if I back it $5 at 3 p.m., 6 p.m. there, I'll get the soundtrack. No. If you
No.
back at the soundtrack level, if you haven't backed yet, and you back at the soundtrack backer tier, you will get that soundtrack additionally. If you're already at or above the soundtrack tier, just add $5.
What is our
And you'll get
soundtrack tier cost?
We just changed all of them like last week. What?
The soundtrack tier cost is the
40?
$40.
$40 level. So if you've already pitched in the 40, then all you need to do is add 5.
Yeah.
If you've already
And you
pitched in
have-
some other, you did 100 because you needed that T-shirt, and man, you need that T-shirt. Guys, I need to point something out before we get too much farther in this. That T-shirt is exclusive. We're only going to print as many as we have orders for, including our orders, because we don't get them for free. So we're only going to print as many T-shirts as we have orders for. So if you want that Maximo V. Lorenzo T-shirt, the only way to get it on Earth is to do it here. We're not going to do a reprint. We're not going to re-release it. It's not going to come out anymore. I just actually was in conversations with our merch people, and they were like, no, you should release that. And we were like, no, it's special.
It's for you.
It's for you guys. That's it. There will be, at this point, like 250 of them on Earth, the planet Earth. We want you guys to have that shirt. That's like the biggest deal. That shirt is the coolest shirt. I was worried about the shirt because I was worried that we wouldn't have a good design. But when we saw Maximo's design, it was like, that's going in. We got to do it. We have to do it. So, sorry, back to soundtracks.
Okay,
Up
so
to the first 100 people to either get at the soundtrack level, or if they're already at the soundtrack level, add $5. They get the Saturday Morning RPG soundtrack from Vince DiCola and Kenny Meredith. Vince DiCola and Kenny Meredith, by the way, are working on Starr Mazer as long as we get to that $180,000. That's
Every
today.
time I leave a number, it seems to go up.
It goes up a little.
Yeah.
It's today, though. It's gonna happen today.
yeah, it's
It's
got
gonna happen in the next 24 hours. By the time this show is over, which is 22 hours or whatever from now, 21 hours and a half. Yeah. We've got to do that. I have to point out that we made 3 times as much as we need right now yesterday.
It's true.
Just yesterday. So we could do it, I think.
Yeah.
I, however, am not as interested in getting to just that as I am to get. Thank you, Drawn Facts, for
Thank
the
you,
follow.
Drawn Facts.
Is to get. I need us to get to the 3DS stretch goal, guys. I need it. I need it more than anything. That's like.
So,
Yeah.
Criven says t-shirt add-ons for people at the t-shirt level.
Nope.
We're not doing add-ons.
No.
We already made this decision, and I actually addressed it yesterday for a little bit in the comments section. So we will be having. We've had a discussion. We will be doing other kinds of merchandise after the Kickstarter ends. But just so you know, that T-shirt, it's if we do decide to do another T-shirt that we sell, it's not going to be the shirt
It's not that
see
shirt.
on our Kickstarter.
Yeah.
It is a Kickstarter exclusive shirt.
Right.
It's at the $100 tier, and the shipping, it depends what country you are, but if you're in the US, it's a $5 shipping fee. If it's outside of the US, it's a $10 shipping fee. So that's not quite exact on either end because things change in countries and whatever, but it evens out. So I apologize if you guys feel like that's unfair, but it's a lot cheaper than I remember getting international shipping when I was living abroad. So I hope that you'll forgive us for that and just know that it's going for a good cause. And
So-
that shirt is worth it. It's
Burger
beautiful.
Switch, you said, man, you guys hurt me. I can't afford that T-shirt, but it's so cool. It is so cool, and we're not trying to hurt you. It just costs money to make. The trick is, we're not trying to make like a small business that makes merchandise.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a video game for you guys. It is not cost effective for us to make a shirt at wholesale or cost and sell it for slightly more. That doesn't get you a game faster. There's a video game Kickstarter. The T-shirt is like a gift for getting at a level that can support the game. So that you're not paying $105,000 or $105 or $110 depending on where you are for a shirt. You're paying for a game, the making of a game, plus all of the cool backer
Yeah.
stuff that comes along with that.
Don't forget that when you pledge at a level, you get everything underneath it except for at the $200 level. That's the only exception because you have to make a decision as to whether you're going to get the Star Wolf or the Sun Spear 3D model. Everything else. So if you pledge at the 100, that means you're also getting the physical box copy. You're getting.
By the way, can I put some clarity on that?
Yeah.
People were asking,
Mhm.
and I checked. I didn't check directly with you, but I hope it's okay that I'm going to just say this. We are going to release codes on the side of the box, individual codes, either stickers or printing. So you have a download that comes with your USB copy.
You
Right.
will get a digital version of it.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
there will always be
Because
access
the,
to
But
the 15.
it's on the outside of the box specifically because people want to collect that box and never open it. That's an important point.
Mm.
And I looked into it to see if we could print the boxes that way, and our boxing manufacturer says yes. But he also said the fastest and best way to do it is to have these like certified sticker thingies with little numbers. So we're gonna have some way for you to access your digital copy, even if it's just like via email or something. You'll have a way to access your digital copy.
So just to address some of these other questions, Bio,
What?
he knows what I'm. Yes, I totally, I'm there with you. Don't worry about it,
It's
Don.
a thing. It's a
Don't
thing.
worry, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. I got charged $10 for shipping, but honestly, you guys are gonna end up sending so much stuff that it's gonna be way more than $10 in shipping, so I'm okay with it. Yeah, and
Theo,
I've been,
thank you very
we've been
much.
talking
Theo, I
back
think
and
you
forth.
can,
so much.
you
That
can
is a
coordinate
huge
with us.
mistake.
We can fix this.
We will. We will fix this. We will figure it out. And I'm sorry that we haven't addressed it more swiftly. Some of you guys have had a little bit of a hiccup, and I think
Is it
it's
a
just
technical
the.
hiccup? I haven't been
I think
informed
it's-
yet as to
I think it's a
actually-
technical hiccup. It
Like a
hasn't
Kickstarter
happened.
hiccup.
Yeah, it hasn't happened with everybody. It's only happened with one person so far that they've been charged a little bit more. So please do get in touch with us if you feel like your shipping number is off. But it seems to be fine, except for one person, and I believe that person is Rio. So
Breaker.
we can work that out.
Breaker Switch, I wanted to point out that, of course, the shirt that we will offer, I have actually started commissioning the other shirt. It will be cool.
It'll be super.
I will say it will be at the same cool level as the backer shirt
As far as a visual style.
as far as a visual style, but that the dynamism of that shirt was specific. We wanted that shirt to be, when you wear it, people will look at it, and people will be like, oh shit, what's that? and you can just be like super proud. That's Starr Mazer. I made this. And that's what we wanted for you. That's why that backer shirt is so incredible. And that's why we're not doing any other option to get that shirt. I'm sorry. And you know, I saw it just scroll by, so I can only get one shirt. Yeah, you can. Only get one with the 105. I'm going to suggest something. And it's going to sound really brash and abrasive, and I'm sorry. But it has precedent. This is why I'm going to suggest it. If you want 2 shirts, back twice. Make another account, back another time. Because we're trying to get to the goal. We're not trying to make the best shirts. Those shirts have a rarity in them on purpose. If you want to get the diamond, you got to mine like really hard.
It's like a video game.
Yeah, it's like a video game.
It's Snow White.
Eclipse
It's
Monkey
Snow
did a thing, or Eclipse Husky. Sorry, I just looked over and saw the money. Aquaman's monkey. Eclipse Husky made a separate account to get the Sun Spear and the Star Wolf. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's
Insane.
That's insanity.
It's just
He made a whole other account just to get the Sun Spear, which also gets him all the other stuff. So he's gonna be like loaded up with a bunch of cool stuff. But that's the kind of backing we need because again, the material goods are great, and I'm glad that you guys are getting them. I backed at a level in which I'm gonna get some material goods, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're making. And every material good we have to manufacture and every shipping we have to pay is dollars that's not going into making a game. So we want you to have them, and we're gonna make the coolest things. But the game is the coolest thing of the coolest things that we're going to make, and that's where the money's going. That T-shirt is like your badge of pride. Like holy shit, look what I did. Nobody else did it. There are like 300 other people on the planet Earth ever who did this. The shirt's not getting reprinted. The design is not going to anybody else. It's our copyright design. You can't get the shirt any other place. Only by backing. You make it's like a moment in history.
It's true. Triptide says, Vanessa, I believe there's an image that he wants us
It's
to
right up
see.
on screen.
Yeah.
Can they see it?
Cash, come and Starr Mazer TV. Like right away, you're wanted. He goes, what? Which is very Cash.
Maybe we have alerted a cache.
Yeah, we may have. He
The,
may
Thank you
show
for
up.
that.
our people have called the cash.
I'm gonna do
to
a
the
thing.
room.
I'm gonna send him a text and say you're wanted, sir.
Do it.
And what's this other one? I made this. You made this.
It's a very cute image.
It's a very wait. What is this? I made this.
Oh, it's super meta. That's the meta thing.
I don't got it.
He's taking credit.
Yeah.
So guys, just so you guys know, we have a whole bunch of other giveaways to give out during the show today.
It's true. There's going to be all sorts of cool stuff that we're going to be
So
giving
stay on.
And
Yeah,
we
we'll get
are
to the fan
moving
art.
on to the fan art.
Yeah.
Because we are done talking
You're
about all the
super
rewards.
kind. I am
Not done.
being
We're done for this
We're
minute.
done for this minute.
I'm texting a Cash, guys.
Alright, They'll Text Cash and Kazuo is going to start bringing on the fan art. So this is cool because we made a thing you guys made a thing, and it's awesome to see everyone contributing their work into this world.
Yeah.
So to celebrate that, we have had a process. We have gone through all the art. We've been blown away, and we have picked 3 of them, which get the prize of going in the concept book. Because these are pieces that inspire us.
We look at them and go, shit, yeah, I want to make that game.
And all of them have affected us in quite a way.
All
We're
of
going to
them.
talk about all of them. We're going to bring them all up.
Oh man.
So when Kazuo's ready, is it on?
Yeah.
It's on right there.
So this is
Baby,
the
you
first
can
one.
see it.
Some a-hole made this one.
What?
I'm joking. No.
It's Alex's
It's Alex's work. This actually...
No, wait. There's a story. Let's just let Alex
let's-
tell the
let's
story.
Use your mouth,
He's
sir.
right here.
Make sounds from it.
All right. Well,
You should look up there. Kaz,
okay.
can we throw a
I'll
window?
talk
Can we
to the
throw one
camera.
of these windows up on the screen so we can all just discuss that and not discuss it over here? That'd be the buzz. Wait, that's a bit... No.
Wait, what do you want?
Take this guy and put him over there underneath the... This is another computer, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's how we get it.
We just need a thing where we can put this over...
I'll just go like this.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
I'll get this. Guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
yay.
We just want it in the center so we can look over this way so we're engaging with our fans and not, in fact... Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
yeah. So, entire backstory with this one is I was starting to make a game a month. I was really into indie game dev and found out about this game called Bosses Forever. Thought, oh, that's pretty neat. And a little while later, I met Austin, who turns out made the game. So his reputation preceded him. And so that's that part that's relevant to this story. Then Starr Mazer came out, and brick reminded me a lot of this particular character. These bros in the Bosses Forever thing, and so I had to go back and make sure that it wasn't the same person, and decided I would make it. So
Nice.
there's a little bit better picture I have.
Yeah, he actually composed a thing for
I
it.
filled
Oh,
one
that's the one that you should show. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's
this is
so solid.
the bro.
Rare one.
The bro version of Brick.
It's got
So the
incredible
cool
hair.
thing about this is that that's the full sprite sheet for the character in the game.
So that's all his
And-
animations.
That's going to go in the next update for Bosses Forever, which I've been working on in little.
Is that another crossover?
It's
Did we just
it's
announce another
demo.
crossover?
Yeah. So this guy made a crossover
Yeah.
happen.
Wow.
So that is currently the current iteration of it is that's Boncho going to be cosplaying as Brick. But Alex is talking about possibly just doing a slightly adjusted model, actually make it look like Brick, so Brick is really in the game.
Wow.
Either way, I was supposed to have that ready today, but a lot of things happen when you get funded,
lot.
and so I had 0 minutes to work on it yesterday. So that will be coming up in the future. So thanks, Alex, for that.
Thank you.
And yeah, I was just this
Yeah.
warmed my heart. The heart is the warmest.
It looks really nice when it's animated too.
I bet it.
Just
I
saying.
bet it looks the best when it's animated. Much better than the spreadsheet. You even customized the bullet blast sprites. Like this is
Good
legit.
job.
He went all the way.
Let us give a round of applause to Alex for his Bosses Forever.
Beautiful.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
I'm glad you showed that off. First,
Theo,
because
how-
I think I have to head out.
You have to
Do
leave.
you?
It's
Yeah.
about time.
He could only give us an hour to an hour and a half, and he has given us so much
Yeah.
more.
Good to
Thank
see
you so much.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thank
Can I
you
get
so
a,
much
can I,
for
can I get a
coming.
hand?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Say
Yeah.
bye to everyone.
Yeah, say goodbye to the
Oh.
crews.
Goodbye, guys.
Thank you again,
Okay.
Alex, for
You
being
can go on
our
to the better art.
#1 awesome
You're going
human.
to the other part. Other
Yeah.
art.
Other
The rest of the art.
Okay.
Thanks, Alex.
Take care.
Okay. To the stream I'm gone. I'm actually eating tater tots.
All right.
Oh,
awesome.
okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
All right. So this is the next piece. Cosmo, can you read off the name of the artist
Yeah.
for this piece?
This one is going to be Daniel Martin.
Daniel Martin.
So I love the Blade Runner aesthetic of this
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah,
It's
my
really
personal
stunning.
favorite part of this piece is the 3 posters, one of which is a Starr Mazer poster in the background, which looks really cool. And what I like is the brick in this picture, the hero brick, is actually in Dan's style, right? But the brick in the poster is in our style. So it's as though somebody made a poster of a real guy,
Yep.
right? Like it's like a cartoony poster of a real dude, which is so cool.
It's stunning.
And one of the things I want to point out, which caught Don off guard a little bit, was the revolver that Brick's using.
Yeah. So
Because
can I tell a story first? Can I give my first
do
story?
it, do it.
I looked at this one and I'm like, oh man, Brick doesn't have his blaster. He has some weird techno
He
revolver.
says you'll
thing.
see the blaster in this.
He's got a
cover
very
art.
distinct blaster. It's got a name. It's really cool. I was very I was like, man, this art style is awesome. I'm kind of let down that he's using the wrong gun. But don't jump down my throat yet. But they informed me. They pointed something out that I had not taken into account, which is
The fact that that gun is being carried by Brick in the inventory in the game.
in the game, like the game trailer showed it as well. That revolver is actually this guy. Dan did a whole bunch of work and like paid attention more. I had forgotten that inventory item was in the trailer, and I was just like, no, Brick has a blaster. But Brick actually in that point of the game had a revolver, and he actually took that, extrapolated the fact that it's not a bullet revolver. It's like a techno revolver, right? It's got little light things. It does, and he made that, and that was incredible.
So at before, that piece was not necessarily canon, it was just like some concept art. But I'm actually really interested in getting that gun in the game now.
Yeah.
Inspired by this piece.
Which is incredible. That's the best. Oh my god.
There are things jumping on here.
Tater tots and eggs. Oh my god, it looks so good. It smells so good.
There's good food,
I
good art.
want-
This is the
Oh my
best.
I want a plate of ketchup. This looks so good. Oh my god.
I'm
Diana,
gonna
thank you
start.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Out of nowhere did this appear.
This is incredible.
That actually, out of hard work and like care.
Yeah.
This appeared.
You being awesome.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you so. You're gonna join us on the couch, right?
Yes, I will get pictures.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank you.
This is so incredible. We have breakfast. So let's get back to the art because we were in the middle of the art. And we don't want to like
Yeah.
stop.
We're
that.
gonna all be feeding while you guys
Yeah.
do the arting.
So Vanessa, give me your thoughts on this one.
I'm actually, I like that you guys mentioned Blade Runner earlier. It's one of my favorite movies, and I really love the beautiful kind of like, not, I know it's not an homage to that, but the style is similar. And I actually just love that the posters on the wall seem to be like lifting in the wind almost, like the dirty street city wind. I like the lamp on the upper right. It's really nicely positioned. And it's just a beautiful piece.
That's a sake lamp. Casual.
Yo. Oh, thank you.
All right, shall we move on to the next piece?
Yeah. Wait. And actually, it'd be cool if Diana said some stuff.
I really like the since we've already seen this is gonna be the first time
Jump this
for
over.
Diana to be seeing them. I really enjoy the use of color, especially with the red lamp and the blue fluorescence overhead. And I just love the poster design in the background. It just kind of adds like that extra depth of the world and where Brick is. And apparently this one is Danimal 519.
Which is not Daniel Cannon, by the way. I was wrong. He's just as cool, though, this guy.
Yeah.
So thank you for the piece of art. This is really awesome. I really appreciate it.
And it inspired a piece of actual game inventory.
So you have changed the game.
Thank you. So, Diana, what do you think of this piece of art?
I don't know what language that is, but Happy Lunar New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
It's that.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like happening right now.
Yeah.
What?
I think what I've always found really interesting is like how growing up I didn't know anything about 3D art, just because it wasn't big. But I was like, man, how do the people like draw these things? You know, like you go to the sidewalk and like the sidewalk artists who have the 3D dimensional thing, it looks like you're actually falling and stuff. And this is amazing. And then I realized that you could do that in 3D, like once like Maya or whatever. But then I realized, wait, you can still do it in a flat way, and then it was really cool. So that's what that reminds me of, and it's kind of nostalgic, I guess. It's cool.
That's really neat. Year of the Goat, which I'm sure will make Fuzzy very happy.
Yeah.
Next one.
This one's by Dave Gray.
Oh, yeah. So you'll notice that Dave Gray actually has another piece of art that looks similar to this in our second to last update. The Starr Mazer crossing over with Starr Mazer joke announce. That was also Dave Gray's art. We linked to him in the update. But we thought that was incredibly funny. Dave, thank you. I don't know if you noticed this, but that art was on Destructoid. Because
they posted it.
They posted it because we've been getting sort of a sort of joking, but also kind of like slightly serious ire from the internet about how many crossovers we had, with the idea that our crossovers would like muddy the waters or thin out the story because they're not you guys, they're not with us, they don't know like the work that's gone into those crossovers and the amount of effort and time that we put into architecting great stories from them. So they think we're just throwing stuff in there, like throwing stuff into a pot. So the art that this guy gave us was so perfectly timed because we could then throw out this joking like Starr Mazer's gonna cross over with an amazing new game, Starr Mazer, from the makers of Starr Mazer. It was really great, and that joke kind of yeah, we got the crossover pick. The joke kind of went over really, really well.
So thank you for that.
So thank you for that. Can we go back? Actually, I want to use. This is not a contest entry. Unfortunately, we used it as an update, so that would be kind of nepotism. This is what we're calling the contest entry. It's a crossover with Anchorman, which is funny because Anchorman has nothing to do with video games. So us crossing over with something that has nothing to do with video games after crossing over with like all of the greatest indies ever made seems like a hilarious turn. So that was very cool. Thank you.
It's just a cool, like, I really like your pixel style.
Yeah.
It's really neat. You can clearly tell who everybody is. Yeah, I enjoyed the style a lot.
I love seeing Will Ferrell pixelated in that beautiful red suit.
Yeah.
It's just, it's awesome for me. It's so good.
I think it follows that like sword and sorcery style art style.
Mm-hmm.
which has become super popular because it's super cool. So yeah, pretty neat.
So thank you for your entry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, moving on.
This one is from Ezrain.
That's right.
S-Ray, yeah.
Thank you so much.
This one is so cute.
It
I
is
love it.
adorable.
I do want to point out that Bunny looks incredibly happy to be being kidnapped at this point.
It's my favorite thing about the whole piece.
Um,
Which is sort of, maybe that's some insider baseball there.
Nope.
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 Nope, not at all.
I'm going to leak something else instead. The Secret FN, you're onto something there, sir. You're onto something. Otoshigami.
Starr Mazer, the movie confirmed.
Would be the Starr Mazer, the movie.
The Starr Mazer, the movie.
Yes. Good. So yeah, I love Bunny's reaction in this piece.
Yeah. Brick also looks like he doesn't care too much.
Mhm.
Just great. I like the
But we
use
can't
of,
see the gun he's holding.
No,
down,
underneath
right?
it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the use of the alpha brush to make it look like a watercolor, which is really cool. I also like the big circle, the different alpha circle background to kind of give it some texture. It's pretty neat. Kind of looking through Kaz's head here, so if you see me look over this way, I'm looking at that monitor. It's all very cool. It's a lot of I don't know. I can clearly understand who is who and what's happening, which is really great. So yeah, thanks, S-Ray. That's an awesome entry.
I love it, yeah. It's just got so much heart.
It does have a lot of heart.
And
Yes.
we actually got a second one from Ezrain as well.
Let's bring it up.
Bring it up. Boom,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Star Wolf.
Star Wolf.
That's a sexy, sexy Star Wolf. Again with the circle texture background, but this time in space, so we have some cool circle stars, which is pretty neat. I like the jet flash. That's pretty neat. Scientifically inaccurate, but whatever. I'm joking. No, I'm not. I mean, it is scientifically inaccurate, but I don't care. It's great.
This wolf does a blast. It's got
Yeah,
the jet.
yeah, it does that.
Because it looks cool.
It looks cool. And it, as does this picture. I like the chibi art style. I like that everything's kind of like squished up and like made cute, which is really neat. I like that he got the instrument panel reflections on the inside of the cockpit, which is really cool. That's really neat. It's a good pick. Again, I love the alpha channel or the alpha brush watercolor art style thing. I think that's really neat. So yeah.
Ezrain says, no. It's a space
Spacefire.
fire.
Yeah, totally. No, we're with you.
There.
And we actually have the Spacefire in the game. It's cool.
Totally,
It's totally scientific. Yeah. It's Mazer
So
civic.
cool.
Yeah.
And then David Dynamo has a question too.
Okay, what is it? Don, if Starr Mazer were an actual movie, what famous actor would portray it? Brian Lewis.
Brian Lewis.
would play Brick.
I am not.
So
saying
anyway, about
anything
this
out
piece,
loud. I just like to point out that Brian Lewis looks like Brick.
NSman asks, won't be able to see all of them on stream. Will they be posted somewhere? Yeah, I think we can handle that for you. I think we can do that.
I think we need to ask the artist if we can post them up on
Yeah,
the channel. So
I
let us
think
know.
Right.
If
Yes.
that's
We will ask the artist individually. Because this is their work. This isn't our work. And in fact, when we do pick our winners, I mean, when we reveal the winners, we will actually have to contact them and have them sign paperwork and allow us to put this in our book.
So hopefully the winners will like that.
Yeah. If not, whatever. This other thing, one would expect that to be directed by Don Thacker. Yes, one would.
How interesting.
Switch 382 says, I would just like imagining Starr Mazer with all of Wes Anderson's dry wit and muted palette. It made me laugh. Yeah, that would make me laugh too because it's ridiculous. I would like to imagine Starr Mazer with all of Don Thacker's ridiculous fun in films that he makes. A lot.
I like the out of focus stars.
Yeah,
Like
those
those
are really
speeding
cool.
past.
The cool thing about seeing two of S friends is you can see S friend's style.
Yeah,
Like
his
the
style
watercolor
actually,
and
yeah,
everything.
it totally works.
Oh, Fuzzy
Oh,
Steve
he's
buzzed
downstairs.
in.
Well, you gotta call, do the buzzer thing, dude.
We're about to have a guess. While we wait for that call to happen, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Moving on. Next one is from Laser Kid.
Akash says, I've heard the call, I'm traveling, alas, I want to be there so bad.
Oh,
So,
we've made
I
you feel
apologize,
bad.
he's not here.
Well, thank you for trying, everyone.
Also, it's John from Fangamer will be here in about 15 minutes.
Awesome.
So you can join us. Maybe have some breakfast.
So,
Yeah.
let's talk about Laser Kid's piece.
Yeah. Oh man. So this is one of the first that we saw.
Oh yeah, we saw this a while ago. This has actually been on stream. If you've been hanging out with us.
Oh, Fuzzy Ski's at the wrong.
Fuzzy,
buzzer.
use the other side. You're at the wrong buzzer. You have to turn to your left. And you will see across the way, past the oats.
Instructions for you. You show up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. It's like my favorite thing is that it's a comic book.
Yeah.
Which like sort of inspires the whole world. Like makes you think about what would the Starr Mazer comic be.
To
right?
me, the special limited edition stamp and the Imagos Comics works, that's so beautiful. And I love, and this is not, I am in no way dissing on this art. I love that you can see that when you got to comic and you had to add works, there was not enough room left. That's because every single effing time I draw anything that needs like lettering,
You know,
100% of the time, I get halfway through and I'm like, shit, this is not going to work. And I have to like squish it all back. So yeah, no, that's really great. Citizen Cybertron says lost video again.
Oh no.
Is it just you, Citizen Cybertron, or is anybody else having this
Does
problem?
anybody else have any issues with
Before we
our
start
video?
hanging out.
So we're going to ask that and make sure that that's all good to go. Otherwise, we'll just be getting to check out this. Awesome
Cool,
artwork right here.
yeah.
I got an email from Jerp 2 hours ago. I know I saw him hanging out on the
Mhm.
on the stream, and he actually wanted to go ahead and say that he set up his channel to host Starr Mazer. So I just wanted to say thank you
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
much.
Jerp.
Thank you so much, sir.
And if
That's
you're a fan of
incredible.
Jerp, welcome to Starr Mazer TV.
Yes.
I'm John Thacker, the director of Starr Mazer. This is Austin Montville, game developer for Starr Mazer. This is Vanessa Williams, writer for Starr Mazer. That's Kazuo Maeda. He is the social guy and the video guy and the show director for Starr Mazer TV. And that is Diana Pham, who is related to Starr Mazer in so much she made breakfast for us, but also a
And-
very cool person
That runs Dino.
that runs Dino Hulk,
Yes.
which is like the coolest idea.
And
Sure,
Jerp actually met us at PAX South. I actually have a couple of people who are hosting us right now and throughout the day.
Ooh, that's weird.
That's not good. Who met us at PAX South, and I just want to say thank you so much. If you are hosting us, that's incredible. If anyone else that you know of would like to host our crazy last 24 hours, then feel free to send us their way. But thank you so much for spreading the Starr Mazer love. And just wanted to point out we're now at 174,000.
Awesome.
Just
Thank you,
saying,
everyone.
Man, if we make that 180.
We're going to
We're
have the
getting
most
the
legendary.
best
We have
soundtrack.
literally an unprecedented soundtrack, like no other game has had. But I would like to hear that soundtrack on my 3DS.
Yeah.
Guys, I am not just trying to like get money. I'm trying to get this game on a 3DS, and the only way to do that is to get to that stretch goal. And if we do that, we also smash through all of the other consoles, which everybody wants. So tell everyone, do everything. This is a moment in history. We're about to crack history with that soundtrack. We want to keep going. It'll be the greatest thing.
I also want to thank Ymir for following us. It was hidden behind the bar.
Yeah.
Because we are doing some dynamic things. It's not been set up yet.
So
So
thank you very much for the
thank you
follow.
for the follow. We caught it at the last moment.
Yeah. So again, back to this image. I love it. I think it's really cool. To me, it's nearly. I don't know if it's. Yeah, man. So toaster farts. Yes, 3DS. We need it. We want it. The only way to get there is to get to $300,000 today in the next 22 hours. So we need to make that happen. It's cool. It's not unprecedented. We've actually gotten. We got $30,000 our second day. We got $14,000 yesterday. This is our final day. It's in the news. We're going crazy. So if we can get to that money, man, if we can get that $300,000, we want to get this on the 3DS. That is my end goal. Starr Mazer is great. Getting on the PC, amazing, and you guys will love the hell of it. Mac and Linux, you got it. But I want it on. I have all the consoles right there. I want it on those consoles. But more than anything on earth, I want that game on the 3DS, and I know you do as well. I know you do. It's the best. Sorry,
I
I'm
believe
buzzing
too,
and fuzzy.
Virtual Avocado. I believe too.
Yeah, we can do it. Tell everybody. Man, yes, we've seen other Kickstarters for not lesser games, but not Starr Mazer do a ton in their last 24 hours. We want that. We don't even want a ton. We don't want a million. We don't want exploding cats. We want
3DS.
3DS. End goal. Boom. So, back to this beautiful art. I think of the arts that we've seen so far, this is the one that I feel has, for me, touches me directly, the most heart. I know that of the whole collection, it does stand up there with some of the best heart in the art. I love that it's #1. I love that you got Slimo. You extrapolated. You didn't know what Slimo's legs looked like at that point, so you just gave him some legs. It's really cool. It's good.
I like
Very
the
good.
Immigo's logo, the Immigo's comic
Yeah.
works.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
I
We
agree.
really like it. It's really cool.
very good. So let's go on to the next one. I love. Oh, one more note. I love the Star Wolf in the background.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
good. It hits all the right notes. It feels good.
I love the gradient in the sky. And
Yeah.
the moon or
Yeah.
the sun. All right, let's go on. Next one is going to be by Morgan.
Morgan Luthy.
Morgan Luthy. This one is one of those that immediately look like you see it and you're like, "Yep, that's awesome." You
Yeah.
immediately know it's awesome when you look at it. You've got the attitudes. Bricks being kind of a jerk toward Bunny, who's like not really paying attention. And then you've got Simon like, "Oh God, this guy's telling the story again." Like, how many times do I have to hear the fucking Lost in the Path of Divide story? Wow, yeah, okay, great. You were lost for 130 years. Big whoop. Your entire species is gone. Who cares? That kind of thing.
Hello.
Fuzzy! Fuzzy has appeared, everyone!
Fuzzy is
Well,
going to be on
Fuzzy
screen in just a
has
moment.
managed to arrive. We are sorry for the door confusion. Hopefully you managed to sneak your way in.
So the door on the right was actually locked, and it wouldn't open at all.
So it's just the one on the left that opens. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
That is
Door on the left is
mean.
open.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, this is a really, I love that he took the I don't, it's more, what's the name? I'm sorry, it's Morgan.
Luthy.
So this may be a, I don't know if this is a
It's
guy
a
or girl.
person.
This person did a really cool thing where the tables illuminate, and in the game footage you actually see the tables illuminating, and it's really neat to see the table sort of shine up onto their faces, which is really neat. Because that's from our game, which I thought was really great. I noticed that everybody, all of the arts that we got, have completely nailed Brick's costume, which is really cool. Bunny's costume is pretty great here. It's a really neat style. I like the art style.
We have a quick question about Kickstarter. I was a bit confused by the phrasing. I was going to put $50 in for the art book and soundtrack. It says the same for the $60 tier. Is that right?
The $50 tier is the early bird for the $60 tier. So if there's a slot left in that early bird, grab it.
Yeah.
Take it. Take that slot.
Do it.
We have noticed that on today, because it's going to back, some people had to pull out their pledges. That's just life stuff. You know, you realize, oh, like 30 days ago I had the $50, now I don't, and they pulled it out. So previously, can I pass this over to you as well?
Yeah.
So some of our early birds were previously taken up. Some people have released them.
Mhm.
So keep your eye out, man. You might get a $10 discount if somebody pulls it out. We don't like people pulling out their pledges, but we totally understand. Like, it makes sense. Life happens. We get it. Yeah, so there you go. Hi, Fuzzy. Everybody say hi to Fuzzy. Fuzzy's
Hi,
here.
everybody.
He's back. He was here, but last
I'm back.
Friday.
We have all
Diana.
sorts of
Nice to meet you.
awesome
You're
returning
bus
guests.
buddies.
Yay.
We were talking on the chat when we were on the bus.
Oh, I
We
saw
were.
that.
And I was like, wait a second, you're going to the stream? You're not going from Portland, are you?
Nope, not in the same bus.
A wild Fuzzy has appeared. May I have some of this?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I'm stoked about this piece. Just I'm
Hi,
a huge
everybody.
Slimo fan, so whenever I see Slimo, I get excited. I love the Day of the Tentacle reference. In
The Day of the
background
Tentacle
there,
reference
which
is
really cool. But yeah, there's the expressions on their faces really convey so much about the characters, and it's great to see that like other people get into it. It's not just like, oh, like we know these characters are like just from the little bits of trailer, little bits we've talked about it. People get it. You can see when someone creates their own artwork, and I'm really seeing it in their facial expressions that these characters are well understood, which is great because we've come a ways to that.
I think like the color scheme, like the split second before I even saw anyone's faces, I was like, oh, those colors are Star Mazer.
Yeah. Totally. It totally works.
Yep, that cyan, that the purple to magenta. That's good.
Absolutely. So, what did you guys talk to this yet?
I really personally love this piece. I just love the way that the three hero characters, Bunny, Brick, and Slimo, just have this nice blue tint to them, while everybody in the background starts to get that more red color in them. It really separates them from the background, and I love the little floating bokeh balls of lights in the background.
Mhm.
Just adds a nice little like club
Yeah, and
feeling.
I would totally agree. I have to say that like my favorite thing about this piece is the use of color. In fact, I think it's the best use of color that I ended up seeing throughout the art. It's just it's so popping, and I love the lit up table that they saw and used from our pieces. it's just a great image.
I will give some information that this was one of the runner-ups in our selection process.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very great piece. So
It's
thank you
an
very much,
incredible
Morgan,
piece, yeah.
for submitting this. I really appreciate it.
It's so cool.
Yeah, like we said before, every judging these was atrocious.
It was very difficult.
And not the viewing of cool art. That was amazing. But needing to pick 3. We had like 15. I just wanted to add 15 because they were very good. And I know every time you see a contest, people say that. But we labored, man. We spent 5 hours trying to pick which one's the right one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And unless Fuzzy, do you want to chime in on this one? But just so you know, the judging panel was Austin, myself, Vanessa, and Kazuo. So Fuzzy's opinions and Diana's opinions, though perfectly valid, were not used in the judging of the art. They weren't here at the time. So whatever they say here is not wholly representative of our choices. I just know what's going to come out of Fuzzy's mouth. That's all.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good thing I wasn't a judge. I would be very biased.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think?
I think
Spoiler
I
alert.
would. I really love Slimy. He just looks so miffed.
I think he's just super annoyed that
That's
Rick is
all
gonna-
I can concentrate on right
I
there.
get
And
it.
I agree with someone in chat, Super Mavic. I really want that as a wallpaper.
Wow, yeah, that's nice.
We should ask Morgan
We
if
should.
that can be a wallpaper. If you're
Yeah.
here, Morgan, let us know. Otherwise, we'll find you because we got your email. That would be great. I would put this up.
And
Agreed.
Brian Lewis, I'm not sure, was he here when
Yeah.
that I bought pizza? Yes, I did buy you pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is the happening of that.
I think Brian
Rich,
Lewis is
there's-
my biggest fan.
There's a pledge that has yet to be made yet, and so we gotta deal with that.
There
later.
is a pledge that is yet to be made.
yes.
The pizza pledge.
The pizza pledge.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you're going to match the horchata pledge, right?
I'm gonna match the horchata pledge.
I'm matching the
Nice.
pizza pledge. Well, you're matching it, but I'm going to make it happen. Anyway, next piece.
Yeah, let's
Let's
move
go
on
to
to
the
the
next piece. 'Cause we are way past schedule, but that's all right because
We
everything's
have 24
going down.
hours, man. It's
We've got
great.
24 hours. We're gonna fit it all in
Alright,
eventually.
this next one is from Rafa Levels Up.
Rafa, yeah! All right, I have to say straight up, I'm sorry to say this out loud. This is one of my favorite images on Earth.
It's so good. Oh
On
my
actual the planet Earth.
God. Oh my
like-
god.
Objectively, yeah, this is the greatest. By the way, John from Fangamer showing up. He'll be popping in. When he gets to the door, you mind grabbing him?
Oh no, not at
It'll be
all.
the greatest. But yeah, so this is beautiful. The heart in this is incredible. You got Kaz doing the toasty.
He's making that. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
He's holding the laptop.
I have the
doing
wrong.
toasty.
I have the wrong shirt.
Yeah,
but
so do I.
over
Unfortunately,
here.
I've got my GitHub shirt on today.
I will be the stand.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do
Mariah.
Yep.
Here's Ness down here. We got a wild
Fuzzy, do you want to be cheese pizza? You know, you
I
can,
was gonna volunteer to be. I'm
Brick?
guessing is Beck right
That's
down
Beck,
there.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, good. You're in
You're
the
back
best-
right now.
the
That
best
is
spot.
back.
Yes.
And then
Correct.
cheese pizza's here. It is so
It's
good.
so good.
That's the best. I can't. It's incredible.
I actually, I heard that Cheese Pizza changed her banner on Twitch to be that image.
Wow.
She loved it.
That's incredible.
She was crazy for
This
it.
is great. So it's beautiful pixel artwork. What I love is that it nails all of our character
Yeah.
perfectly. Austin, I can look at this picture objectively and just be like, yeah, that's Austin Monville. I can see it in there. The way he sits with his one leg over the other leg, that is totally Don Thacker. I can see that. That is totally Vanessa Williams.
It's true.
Mariah looming beautifully in the background is totally Mariah. Cheese pizza with pizza and the pizza hat
Oh
is
my
perfect. Casual
So
throwing a
good.
toasty. It is the greatest. I agree with Beard Dino. Replace TV with soundtrack, and this could be an album art cover. It's really good. And we also have Brick beaming in. And what I really like about this is you can see the glow on Brick's back is really well represented.
Yeah.
The shading on the arcade machine implies that some of that light is spilling over the arcade machine, but you can't really see behind this banner right now, but it exists. Yeah, it's all good. This one makes me feel good as a person. Like I think this is one of my favorite images of all time. Now, when it comes to judging, is it the best Starr Mazer fan art? That remains to be seen, but it's definitely one of the better pieces of art, and is one of my favorite pieces of art.
It really is.
If it were a Starr Mazer TV fan art contest, I think we have a clear winner. But it's good. It's really nice.
Yeah, thank you, Rafa. This was absolutely one of the ones, one of the runner-ups.
Yeah,
It was a difficult decision for that.
Yeah.
I also want to point out that Morgan is in the stream. Virtual Avocado is Morgan. So,
Nice.
Virtual Avocado, you can declare whether or not you want to release this out to as a wallpaper for everyone. We will share that if you want to. If not, then that was it. You had your chance to see it.
I'm gonna get John.
Oh, okay.
So keep going, guys.
Yeah,
Let's move on to the next
absolutely.
one. Thank you, Rafa.
Alright.
And I will say, Kaz is not pizza. I've been studying the pizza people very carefully, and I have to say, Kaz is not pizza, although he's an incredibly awesome guy, and pizza highly approves of Kaz.
Yeah. I'm not pizza. Alright, next one is
Pizza's
from
pizza.
Cerberus. In the chat right now, we've got 2 from this person.
Cerberus, thank you very much for this piece. I love his cocky smile. It's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
That's what this piece is all about. That face, that brick face. It's so good. I love that it keeps to the retro pixel art aesthetic. It's got large pixel sizes. This is something you'd see on an older machine, which is pretty cool. The color choice of green against for the background is really solid. Plus, it's also hilarious because you can green screen stuff. So you can do Photoshop competitions. This is very easy.
What? I didn't even think about that. Where's Brick today?
Mhm.
Ooh, I love the colors. Again, like I'm. There's something wrong with my brain. It's obsessed with colors, but there were really good, strong decisions made about the use of color in this, and it's very eye-catching. I can see this being like. It feels like super modern art. Like you'd be in a museum and be like,
Yeah, like this would be up on a canvas,
Yeah.
hand painted. Those pixels.
Totally.
Yeah, if you get real close, you can see the strokes.
Or like one of those. Have you guys ever seen like graffiti tiling, where people like chisel out a tile and put in like
No.
Space Invaders tiles?
Oh, man.
Or like like this. I could see like just looking at a wall in a space and just seeing this like popping out at me.
Starr Mazer TV doesn't condone graffiti, but graffiti's totally.
Graffiti's super cool. Graffiti's awesome. As long as it's not just somebody's name. That's boring. I don't have like nothing like against graffiti or like it's just if you're gonna do something, make it cool, make it awesome. Don't just be like, oh, I stood by this piece of wall one time.
Instead, make it Brick's face.
Yeah, make it work.
Make it the best graffiti.
So we also got another one. So we showed
Cerberus
this
is
one
2.
Yesterday. This is the other one that he also sent in.
Yeah, strong.
Once again,
super strong.
I have to agree with you guys. I do love the colors. I love the contrast between the orange and the purple here. This one caught my eye. And against the white background as opposed to the green background that was used earlier, I think it was a very good choice to really let those colors pop.
Yeah, actually, like this is a slightly different coloration than Brick's outfit in the game, and I like it's cool. It's a little more like it's a little more exciting, a little more like it's got that sort of like 60s color filter where everything's blown out a little bit, so it feels like an older version, which is really cool. I like the adjustments on the proportions. Whereas Brick, he's a bit tougher in this one. He's a little more built. You know, maybe he's been out of the escape pod for a few years. He's been able to pump some iron and bulk back up again.
It's got some of those guts.
Yeah, he's been working on his guts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some great stuff.
And I love maintaining the style of the black outline,
yeah.
which is sort of one of the aspects of the Starr Mazer, like the anime inspired thing, which is hard to do with so few pixels. So to be able to maintain that through all the proportion of the body is really cool.
Yeah, there's great shading work in there too on the side. Purple's great. It's very strong. It sounds like Ezrian agrees with you. I love the outline in this one. Absolutely. Hey, at Fuzzy Ski, get me back on IRC.
You should get it from Rafa.
Yeah, Rafa will hook you up. I also want to point out that Virtual Avocado put a link to their work on the chat, so totally make sure to check that out and follow that.
Just one more second. We actually have another fan art that I do need to load up.
Oh, all right.
We're loading up another piece of fan art.
But it's Mr. Fuzzy Ski down here.
Yeah, this
I
one.
forgot this is one I could just put into my little spreadsheet thing so easily.
So we are loading up Fuziski's art right now.
Also giving Don a chance to get back.
Yeah. Sorry, he went to go let somebody in and got caught.
Yep.
Got caught outside.
So yeah, this one's cool. Do you want to talk, since you're here? Do you want to talk about your piece a little bit? What went into making this piece?
About an hour of coding and 2 hours. What was it? What was it I messaged you that I was having problems with?
The aiming thing.
Yes. About 2 hours of trying to figure out why my projectiles were aiming the wrong directions.
So that's interesting that you would have coding in an art piece. Normally, when I think of code, I don't think of art pieces. The suspense is building.
I don't know. I think an art can be any form of media that you prefer it to be.
Absolutely, like I completely agree with that. Coding is absolutely an art form. If you look at people's code, you can sort of like get a bit of insight into them about how they work, how they think. And especially as someone like, just like the way we express language, code is a type of language. And so as someone becomes more and more proficient with it, there's more and more of a style to it. Just like as someone becomes more and more proficient with, traditional art, they will develop a style that you can see through their work. All right, this has been loaded up, so we're getting it on the page. All right, sweet.
I went about 20 minutes of trying to record the perfect sound.
Yes.
Oh, the sound is one of the best parts of this whole thing. For me, from my experience.
Definitely have to agree.
Yes.
So are we ready to check this out?
Yeah, let's hit it.
Let's hit it, man.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Watch out! Watch out, Brick! No!
So, basically, Fuziski is getting up on our turf, releasing a game before we've released a game. Boom, Starr Mazer made.
Dude.
This is what you all just paid for.
We have to match this.
At least. Oh my
You
god.
do have to match the sound effects.
You really don't want
Yeah.
that. You want that so bad.
I really do.
Oh my
That's
god.
the reason I put them in there.
So these sound effects are also contributed by Fuziski himself. Not an instrument, not downloaded from somewhere
no,
online,
you got
but
it.
by actually making the sounds.
All done with his voice.
I have
That's-
a microphone that costs probably about $1,500, and I don't ever use it.
So any
So
chance,
I
any
dragged
opportunity.
it into my closet, and I was like, it's time. It's time.
It is time. It is all out of
It's
this
the
point.
moment.
My favorite sound is one that I already played, which is when the ship gets destroyed, when the Star Wolf gets destroyed. It's like that is.
It's so
I can't
good.
even do it. It's your sound. It's
So
your thing.
good.
I love it so much. Yeah, this is actually a super this is some bullet hell Danmaku stuff
Yeah,
going
this
on
is
here.
fucking
This is crazy.
Rob.
And actually, the enemy firing at you when you fire, I found that to be a really, really interesting mechanic.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's like
And I'm going to keep that in the game that I'm currently working on.
destroyed it. Nice. Yeah, making a bullet. The difference between a bullet firing straight and a bullet firing at you.
I just want to get that death animation sound for everybody.
I might have to ask you for some help when we start implementing audio into the game.
So
Might be a thing.
I was looking at that. I was trying to figure out the timing of the shots, and I was like, oh, is it every time the boss is firing, that's when your ship automatically fires? But as you said, it's when you fire, the boss fires.
When you fire, the boss fires at you.
That's very interesting.
I like that.
Eye for an eye.
I'm gonna remember that.
I could see you creating a boss where fighting it isn't the best option, and
Uh-huh.
everything it does is like reactive to you.
Mhm.
So the more aggressive you are, the harder it is to destroy it.
Like some Dark Link and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Hardest fight because of that. Hardest fight.
But yeah, so this one was
This
awesome.
is my favorite piece of fan art, by the way. Sorry.
I can see why you might think that. This is an amazing piece. I love the creativity because we did ask for like any form of art that you can make it happen. And Fuziski really you went the extra mile with this one, building a game to show off the art.
Actually, I'm doing one for Duck Game now.
Oh really?
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
That game, a cool Ouya game.
Duck Game is amazing. It's coming to Steam in April.
Oh, nice.
I'm
In April, this April, not
This
next April,
April.
not Starr Mazer April. That's April 2016. Sweet. Shall we move on to the next piece, Cosmo?
Yeah, we shouldn't be losing people though.
That's all right. We will hold up this.
All right, because we got a schedule to keep up with.
Yep.
And
so we're
I
gonna
see-
just keep the show running.
We have like just below 90 people on stream. You should tell all your friends, all your family members, and all your enemies to check us out. We want to get as many eyes on us as possible.
We want to get
especially-
eyes in your art.
Yeah, we want people to see your art. We're going to be doing the theme mixes later today, which are super awesome, and we want to make sure that you guys that spend all the time making this. We want people to hear it,
Much your love.
and it's awesome.
So yeah, everyone be tweeting now. Get your buddies in on the stream as we go through the rest of the art pieces. All right, what do we got
All right, next up we have T. Hensman.
T. Hensman busting this amazing piece of 9-year-old Don Thacker holding a